I'm gonna say the N-word.
Don't fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it.
The N-word of no!
But don't be speaking French to me.
But, to summarise last session, you guys spent a bit of time discussing amongst yourselves, trying to identify who's got shit going on in the background.
Hang on,
Anna.
I can't listen. Give me 10 seconds.
You just can't get the players, can you?
No.
I know, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Are you done?
Going on.
What, Hannah?
I've closed it.
Good, good.
Immersion.
I was so close to finishing that mission. It's fine. Sorry, I'm here.
Discussed amongst yourselves and tried to gain a bit more insight into each other and ways that you are of a benefit to each other and covering weaknesses and such. The following day you went and spoke with the Skjalls, Yorvath specifically, who presented you with 3 different opportunities that were given upon request for you to discuss and pick from. You decided against going to Helvetka, which was nearly just under 3 weeks journey away, and asked if you could take up 2 of the jobs in the local area to do one after another. Reluctantly he agreed, although he really was supposed to give you 1. The jobs you took were dealing with spiders encroaching on farmland to the west, and in the north the mines that were being haunted, attacked, however you want to call it, by a floating orb-like creature with many eyes, causing the mines to shut down. You went about which way you were going to do the jobs. You decided to go with the spiders first. Went ahead to the farmlands, spoke with the farmers and the farm hands, tried to get a bit more of an insight of attack patterns, numbers, what they're like, how strong they are. When you were accosted during this time and keeping an eye in the mid-afternoon, albeit difficult and some of you nearly dying, you killed them, successfully so, being led by a creature known, according to Cass, as an Ettercap. You stayed the night and wanted to make sure that no more creatures returned, in which multiple people, after a while successfully so, recruited the current name Steve the Spider, but the actual name from you guys is to be determined. That's just merely a placeholder.
Fredrickson.
Friedrichsen. Okay.
No, Fredrickson.
Okay.
That way can be shortened to Frederick and also Fred.
Davad.
Tavad.
We come into the session following a long rest. You guys woke up in the morning, seemingly no issues, and the day is yours.
We level 2.
Yeah, level 2.
Yeah. Cool.
I immediately wake up to look at the spider.
Yeah, you wake up and you all eventually see there is this large giant spider that has currently made itself a web on the roof in the corner of the living space that you're in, and is currently asleep. Looks rather plump as well.
I'm going to fill a bowl with leftover stew to give to him.
Okay. So yeah, you fill a bowl, and I'm assuming you place it like under his web, so when he wakes up, it's there. But yeah, you do that. It's still currently fast asleep, and you can see that, like, the pouch where the stomach you would assume would be is fairly bulbous and bloated. So he seems
Has
like
he
he's had.
eaten any of the party members?
Roll a perception check.
The tabaxi is dead.
Yeah, Cass is gone. No.
Oh, no.
No, he's fine. All the party members seem to be accounted for. The spider hasn't ate anyone. It's not that big. It would take a fair couple days.
I am actually outside of the cabin, aren't I? Outside the building.
Yeah,
so
because you did last watch.
She wouldn't have noticed me being there.
No. But she knew that you was going to do the watch that would take through till morning, because it was all discussed between you guys before going to sleep. So I would assume everyone would have at least been like, where's Persephone? Oh yeah, she's outside.
So you're saying I don't need to hack the spider open?
You can if you want.
Fucking try it, I dare you.
You can if you want.
I absolutely don't want to, but if there was a party member inside, I'd do a small incision.
The spider is nowhere near big enough to eat a party member whole. It would take a considerable amount of time to be able to do it.
Isn't Persephone a water elf? No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They liquidate pretty quickly.
Basically, Persephone's just a smoothie at this point. After a while,
I mean,
you guys have woke up and you can already smell, as you guys wake up, the smell of food being prepared is already coming through the house. And very cautiously, the farmer is awake and is cooking breakfast, all while keeping an eye on the giant spider. Considering Cassie's brief explanation when he was half asleep, he's not happy about it, but
He's got about the same amount of caution I would in personal life if I saw something like that. You say that's a friend?
yeah, welcome to everyday Australians. They have to put up with this shit.
that's not a spider. This is a spider.
But breakfast is being prepared, and give or take 10 minutes, it may be ready in the next 20 minutes or so.
I would like to talk to everybody while we are all eating together.
Okay.
Implying that Persephone's not being a pussy and sat on the roof eating toast or something.
Oh no, I will say that Persephone's watch comes to an end, and the alluring smell of breakfast has drawn everyone in and as the farmer gathers everyone, and as part of a thank you, along with the stew and meal you had last night, he's offering a breakfast for everyone this morning as well. It'll accompany fruit juice that's been freshly squozen from a nearby orchard.
Squozen.
Orchard.
Squeeze them from a nearby orchard.
Hang on.
Drink the flowers, mate.
Orchids are very
Longest
tasty. I don't know what you're on
one.
about.
I have some questions about squozen.
Exposing the orchid.
Your questions can wait until after the session. As
I'm
the
not sure they can.
My orchid has been squoze.
I'm gonna die by being squozen by the next creature we see, aren't I?
Yep.
Well,
It's gonna-
squab it.
He's going to make sure it's a fucking animated tree.
This is why you're a Hufflepuff.
But you are given fruit juice,
Yeah.
as well as the smell of well-cooked meats.
Anna, stop!
Sorry. I didn't do anything.
Behave.
He said squozen.
Behave.
Anyway, as I can smell the food, I'm gonna just return to the little building anyway.
Yeah, and once again, the dining table with the extra chairs that's been laid out is all there, and people are able to eat breakfast comfortably and happily. Liam, dear takes 13 points of psychic damage,
Hear it.
and Hannah's going to take some real psychic damage in a minute if she carries on.
My mind's been golden.
You are chosen to be chosen.
I accept it.
Right, are we done?
Deep breath,
Children,
people,
Danny.
come on.
That's what we've got to work with. Not children.
Fucking hate my life. Fucking hate everything with you fucks.
Hey, I'm not doing anything. I'm sat here eating my pizza.
No,
waiting
but
for
I'm
everyone
lumping
to
you
wake
all
up.
to fucking together.
Are you squozing it in your mouth, Michael?
I'm so happy you're probably all happy you can't see my face right now.
I reject your insanity and substitute my own.
But you're all sat around the breakfast table, and Varg, if you wish to do what you wanted to do.
Fuck yes, I do. Right. So I'm gonna stand up in front of every single one of you, and I'm going to stand proud, and I'm going to say we need more direction as a group. And that's addressing everybody. Like, this is... I want to talk to everybody about this one thing. Like, we need more direction. We need something to push us. And we are all individually incredibly powerful. I mean, my expectations have been broken by multiple of you multiple times now, and that's only been in 2 fights. Layla, you're phenomenal. Like, I expected a lot less from you when I first met you, but you've shone like a fucking star. The Tabaxi is listening, which I didn't think would ever happen. Theon is a bit edgy, but he hits his fucking target. Persephone, you're sneaky as hell and you're good at what you do. Evan, I'm a bit concerned about you, but this is why I want to talk to you all. I think we need leadership, and I don't mean that I want to tell you what to do, but I want to be the person who brings us all together as a cohesive unit. I think we can complement each other in ways that will ensure that shit like this doesn't happen again. I want to be able to protect each of you individually, and so far that hasn't been easy. And I think there's ways we could do it to the point where nobody will ever get into that situation. And I wholeheartedly think right now we should go back and get our pay and spend some time looking at ourselves as a group. We need structure, and we need push, we need direction, we need something to bring us a little bit closer. And I understand that some of us are more vacant. Persephone especially, you obviously have your own agenda, but I think that there is a way we could all reach our goals individually, but still work well as a group. So I'm putting it to all of us. I really think we should go back to town. I think Evan needs rest, especially after yesterday. I don't think it's wise for us to continue this in the state that he's in. He needs more.
Layla holds up her glass of freshly squozen orchid juice and says cheers.
I will also hold a freshly squozen glass of orchid juice.
I know you're kind of a little upset at the moment, right, Danny? But the entire time of that speech, all I could think of is Kai kept saying, we need direction, we need direction. I said, okay, I was nearly going to say, okay, I'll buy a compass next time we're in town.
You say one thing wrong and everyone remembers it. Fucking hell.
Danny.
I'm gonna get it tattooed on me, Danny. You don't understand. I'm gonna get it printed on a t-shirt.
Danny,
Oh god.
Is that next to sheeps have paws?
Definitely.
Are you just... No, you know what I can see happening? Tana's just going to write down all the shit I fuck up and say, and she's going to get like a collage t-shirt. No, she's going to get like a collage t-shirt full of... No, she's going to get like a collage t-shirt full of my stupid fucking quotes.
I like that. I'll have one of them.
Like a class of 2019 shirt, but it's all just your fucking quotes.
Yeah.
Orchid.
From the orchid.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm for it. I think it will be really useful for us to actually have a chat, and Evan nearly died yesterday.
Did I miss that?
Apparently.
The thing shoved stuff down his throat. Like,
Oh, I remember that. You puked spiders.
yeah. I mean, it was really, really bad.
That's what happens when you fight monsters, though.
But at the same time, we can fight in a more effective manner in order to establish a consistent kind of fighting force. If we continue to fuck around, we are going to die.
My mum and dad told me that fucking around is the best way to get stuff done. And they nearly died plenty of times. And they're still alive. Nearly dying is fun. Dying is bad.
But we still need to talk about it. We need to talk about our feelings. I mean...
Ugh, you sound like my mum.
You can hear Stephanie giggle at that.
Really, Hannah?
Layla, talk to me about how you're feeling. Don't just slam the door in my face, Layla. Talk to me.
I think it'd be the other way around.
Be
slamming the door in your face, like.
That's like, don't slam that door in front of me. I've got a disintegrate ready for you.
I will break this door down.
But no, I agree with Varg. I think it's really foolish of us to continue doing the same thing over and over again. It's a form of insanity.
Fuck off.
I vote yes.
I believe we've got to head back to town anyway, so...
Yeah, but we're voting for what Varg has put forward of us taking a moment to basically address some of the concerns that have been had and work effectively together. I vote yes for that, not just on that.
Okay.
I know I joked about the juice, but I did actually also vote yes to the plan.
Hoorah. And for the people who are a bit more unsure, all I mean is that, you know, given that situation, there were 3 people up front and the rest of us were at the back. We were split. If we're going to live and survive every encounter we get into, we need to be more confident around each other. There needs to be a way for us to protect each other healthily, but not be stuck to a box.
What you're saying is you want 1 team, not 7 people.
Exactly.
Sorry, I apologise. 8 people.
Well, didn't we plan a formation?
Yep, and it went right out the fucking window.
Ah.
Like the first plan with the bandit.
Obviously, planning formations isn't our gig, but I think we can still work things out to a point where we're not going to be a mess of people swinging shit around. We could be a cohesive unit of people swinging shit around.
We need to know each other's strengths and weaknesses in order to work the most effective together. Otherwise, we're going to have people running off, nearly dying.
I'll put my hand up here and say, unfortunately, we got roll 20, and that likes rolling low for us all.
Wait, what?
We'll ignore him.
He's talking in Elder Tongue.
Deep speech.
Have you taken your tablet today, Stephanie?
Kravala holds a dagger up and just looks at you and looks at Persephone Varg.
May I
do it.
She slowly puts the dagger away, but her eyes narrow a bit like, are you sure about this?
What?
Do it.
Yeah, but what Persephone is actually picking up is, don't fucking steal my kill.
So, what about the rest of you?
I vote yes. Woohoo.
Be on.
Yeah, we'll go back and discuss.
We can always talk. I don't think it's a problem. Let's just see what happens.
Okay. During your discussion, the 2 farmers didn't intervene. They ate their breakfast and have took people's plates away that are empty, refilled glasses if wanted. They'll come over silently and offer. And they've currently left you guys to discuss this. They don't want to get in the way. And you guys have spoke for a while. Plates are cleaned up. The spider is awake and he's just sat in its web at the minute.
Somebody needs to speak to that spider again, and preferably not Liam.
Oh, I mean, I can if you want.
Speak to the spider.
It can't understand me though yet.
I could speak to the spider in that case.
Do you want me to assist? I mean, if you want, I can try and handle anything that you want to put across, so that I'm there to support.
Would you like me to play the lute while you speak to it?
As much as it pains me to say this, the Tabaxi is the most skilled in this, so we need to try and help him talk to the non-intelligent spider.
How about if we speak, he would then almost translate for us, so we can talk?
Yeah, that's more what I'm thinking.
Okay, bear with me a second, and I kind of put my hands down at my side, look up towards the ceiling, the place, and I'm going to pray to Krellin to give me the ability to add my proficiency to speak to animal handling, please.
Okay. You ask Corellin once more, as you have done for many a year, for guidance and a bit of push in the right direction, and you feel it well received, and you feel a bit more competent and capable in how you wish to go about dealing with the spider.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm channeling my divinity.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to go.
My God.
Yeah, that was Rosie's. I was gonna say that was Corellin's confirmation dingle.
I imagine it's a bit like the Zelda opening the chest kind of noise.
Your prayer has been accepted.
You've got prayer.
Yeah.
Step up.
Yeah, okay. I will cast the speaking with animals.
And how long does this last for? It's a minute, isn't it? Or is it an hour?
10.
10 minutes, okay. So you cast speak with animals.
Well, it has to be as a ritual for me, actually.
Oh, so it's going to take 10 minutes to
Cast
do.
that. Yep.
10 minutes to cast, but 10-minute thing, so.
That's fine. You go about the 10 minutes of cast time without issue. The spider doesn't move. It's currently just observing the room and watching you all.
Danny.
Yeah?
Sorry, if I knew that, I would have waited until just before he.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Was about to cast his spell because mine only lasts for 10 minutes.
That's fine because
So
he would. I'm sure Deer would have said it'll take
I
a
would have
few.
said before, yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's fine. We'll retcon it that you did it just before it went off. That would have made sense, yeah. So yeah, 10 minutes goes by. The spider's just happily watching. You see a couple times with its front arms, legs, whatever. It's kind of like wiping at its face and stuff and grooming itself. 10 minutes go by. The spell is cast. What are you saying?
What's the save to spider?
I'm leaving that one up to Cass because, animal handling at the moment. Probably better than mine.
So, I think if we want to say it a little bit easier for Liam, we'll just say Cass
That I'm
speaks,
talking
Spider
as-
speaks,
Yeah.
and Dia is translating between the two.
Yeah. There we.
Would you like more food?
Yes, food.
Would you stick with us for more food?
It pauses and like there's hesitation and it's like home, the family, food for family.
You have a family.
Lots. Food for family. Take back. Stuck, can't get out.
Because of family. Why can't you get out?
No opening. Stuck in here.
The doors and windows are closed.
Essentially. You get the feeling that if it could have, it probably would have left last night. But it kind of made a nest up the top because it was stuck.
Larg, I think we need to set it.
Okay.
More food for family. Take back.
Yeah. And I'll turn to like the people there. Would you mind if we had some of the leftovers? Leftovers.
Left orders!
Left orders.
There's a rosism for the shirt.
Yeah.
Can we have right orders as well?
Not in this session.
I'm about to say, we never have the right orders.
The farmer nods and goes, we can pack something up for you.
How
Sure, his
about?
accent's changed.
I can't remember what the
Alex,
accent was.
Yeah, don't you know?
I'll kind of like crouch down next to Spider. Would you like to make a deal for more food?
Deal?
You text and tell these farmers if anything bad's coming, and they will give you food.
Okay.
You need to tell them if something bad is in for us.
How are they going to tell them? Don't speak spider.
You see the spider look
They
towards.
turn up.
You see the spider and look towards the farmers and start spieling different creatures it's encountered that are bad in the forest. But all the farmer and most of you can hear is, and it's going off like big fur creature, lots of claws, smaller bitey things, big flappy things.
Okay, how about I'm gonna have a quick little look. Right, is there somewhere nearby to the farm, like a fence post or something outside?
Yeah, there are like pickets where a fence was that can encompass the main field. You can see a couple of the posts are sporadically placed where it's been removed at one point.
Why don't we have the spider, if it's going to leave a message, wrap a bit of web around one of the posts to come up and wrap a web around the post or something to signify this is danger. There is danger coming into the territory.
Exactly, it's a signifier. It doesn't need to be an exact science, so that they can then go and find somebody to assist. It's an early warning system, essentially. Is that okay with everybody?
Mm-hmm.
And I turn to the farmers. If you give them food, they'll tell you if more danger is going to come.
Kind of, you can just kind of see as he's watching this going on, as he's holding like this small like wrapped hamper of like bits of bread and stuff. He's like, who?
Well, like Evan said, they will put some web around one of the fence posts. You need to look out for it. If you see it.
I get that, but it's a spider. How's it gonna know?
Because everything is prey to something else. If a predator is coming towards it, if it's going to kill a spider, it's going to kill you. It's animal instinct.
Well, it's certainly the weirdest thing I've ever encountered, but sure. Why not? If you say what you mean and you mean what you say, then yeah, sure, we'll try it.
So, at that fence post, kind of pointing out the one that Evan pointed out, like through the window, you'll place food each day for them, just a small little something, so that it can take it back to its family, or him or her, I don't know. And then it will notify you, and I'll turn back to the spider and repeat the same thing.
Okay. Take food. Food take. Family fed. Warn. Big, scary thing. Okay.
Good. What's your name?
Are you saying this to the spider?
Yeah.
It gives you like this blank look of it. No, doesn't know what you mean.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Name? Question mark.
Would you like a name?
I think it doesn't
What-
even understand
what
what
name?
the term name is.
What can we call you?
Name food.
We're not having another one named after.
Eat name.
Never mind.
Give it the food and be happy to go.
So yeah, you.
I'll go and open the door then, so
Yeah.
we can go out.
It skitters out and it kind of. I'm assuming you give it the food that the farmer hands to you. And it kind of wraps it in webbing and then kind of drags it as if, like, you know, when a fly or something's caught in a web and it wraps them and then carries them to be, like, cocooned. It kind of does that and heads towards the forest and just gives, like, an appreciative gesture, like, as a spider could.
Walking on 7 legs and waving the 8.
Yeah, the back right leg's just giving a very vicious wave as it runs off into the forest, and you see it skitter and start climbing on the webs and disappears very quickly into the underbrush.
We'll have to come back here and visit it one day.
Yeah, like session 70, you're level 20, and you come back to see Steve the spider.
I would, like, I'm not kidding.
Oh,
Like,
no,
I
I know.
want to see the spider again.
I'm gonna have to make a fucking note. Remember the spider.
Yeah,
Follow
welcome
the
to
spiders.
party's favourite
Why is it
NPC.
always the spiders? Why can't it be follow the butterflies?
Yeah.
Hey, I like butterflies too. Like, it's okay.
But no, you all watch as the spider very quickly and diligently takes the food cocooned into the forest. You watch it for a moment until it all goes out of everyone's sight, and you're kind of now stood outside the front. The farmer's kind of stood behind you all, just watching in a bit of... Is that really happening?
Just kind of smile and turn to the rest of the group and go, so, Townmen Varg, was it?
If we're all good to leave now, yeah?
Right then. Well, we thank you for.
Hoorah!
Okay, we thank you for your hospitality, and we will.
No,
Hope everything
thank you. I will let the Scals know what you've done, and they will make sure you're looked after, and whatever you were promised will be given.
Before we leave, I do want to give the farmer a handshake and say, if you need anything from us, go to town, ask for any of our names, and give them our names.
Appreciate it. I take it you all are a mercenary group of some kind.
Something along those
Okay.
lines.
Right, well, it's nice to know that you give a shit about everyone equally, so no, I will, thank you. And thank you all.
Enjoy the spiders.
Yeah, okay. But you must be going, I must be welcoming the hands ready to continue sewing, so if you are free to crack on with your day, I'm sure you have many things planned. And he'll kind of walk past you all after giving you a nod, and you'll see like the couple of people that have gathered ready to start work, he'll start telling them what needs to be done. You'll see them start going along the farmland, fixing a few of the issues that were left by the fighting yesterday and stuff, and carrying on.
Before I go, I kind of literally, if away from everyone else, just quickly mention to the farmer, it might be worth telling your employees about the spider, or you might be concerning them.
Oh no, I plan to tell them. Not that they're gonna believe me, but yeah, I'll give it a go.
Brilliant, thank you so much, and
No, thank you all.
Okay, Liam.
Why is Liam having A-sex?
What? What?
Hang on,
Read
wait,
the
what?
chat. Read the Discord chat.
Oh.
And
That's one for
singular
the
sex.
t-shirt.
I would say, I love that. I'll be back in the thing. Oh, is that great?
But no, you all head the 10-minute walk from the farmland to town. You can still, from the farmland itself, you can see some of the taller buildings, and you start making your way back. The travel is a little boring, but simple enough. You get into town at what you would assume is late morning, probably like 10 o'clock or so.
I'll make my way to the bloke from before, and if anybody wants to come, obviously, feel free.
The one who you got the job off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume we go to him about being paid.
Well, you go to that building, and yeah. So if you want to go there straight away, that's absolutely fine.
Oh no, first thing, and then we can worry about the rest of things afterwards. So if people are going to come, then do what you want.
Yeah. You do that. I believe our rooms were meant to run out tonight at the tavern, so I think I should just go.
You've got this night paid for, and then it's tomorrow. You'll have to pay for more.
you can do it tomorrow then.
Okay, my tracking was it ran out tonight because we spent a night away.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
but we only spent one night in the tavern previous to
Yeah,
that.
I thought we spent 2 nights.
No, just one.
No,
Okay.
no, he's right. Because you
No,
got
don't-
there on the afternoon, spent the night, then... Oh, wait, no.
Yeah,
No, it had
no.
only been 2. You've got this night paid for.
Yeah.
No. We came in, spent the night, went to see the Scars the next day,
And then
No,
Spent the
it was
night.
that first
That's-
day.
Spent
This was
that's-
the second.
that's
and
2
then headed out
nights.
for, like,
That's 2
That's
nights.
Yeah,
if,
no.
that's if it's consecutive. It could just be 2 nights are covered.
No.
No,
we
when
had-
you paid for 3 nights, so it's the next 3 nights are yours. Like,
So, yeah. So we came in, we spent the night. We went out, everybody started going and doing other things, and we went to visit the Skulls the next day. Got the
visited the
tasks
Skulls,
in the afternoon.
oh shit, no, yeah, because you didn't go on the same day you got the tasks. You went the next day.
Yeah.
So no,
Yeah.
yeah, it has run out. You will need to pay for more room tonight.
Why don't?
I still don't think it is because we arrived in town, went straight to the Skjalls because that's when we got all the things.
Then
The
went
next
and
day
bought
we
rooms and
had to-
stayed.
Yeah.
Then-
And then that was like the drunken, like day drinking thing.
Yeah, then
the
the next,
next day, the Skjalls picked up the
and then
the
stayed
things,
the
went
night
to
again.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We went. Didn't
No,
No.
we
No,
went
no,
to the
we
first.
stayed.
We went at morning.
Yeah, you did. And then you stayed a night at the farm. So it's been 3 nights.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No,
Fine, just have to pay
I
for
thought it
tonight.
was 2 nights, but now we thought about it. But it's only a silver per person per room. Like,
We're
so
about to get paid.
it's a silver a
So-
room per night, so it's not exactly out the nose. But yeah, you go back to the Skulls' den. You are let in. They recognise who you are, given that you are currently under contract with them. And Jorvath, the scholar husband to Brunhilde, meets with you and goes, "Ah, right. I trust you being here means something went well, or do you need something else?"
Farm job's done.
Oh, that's fantastic. And he'll go through his ledger and goes, right, the farm job. Yep, and that was... And he'll just kind of, like, compare what the payment was. Right, so you are due 200 gold pieces, as well as a letter of confirmation to provide you with free food while you're here. What was the issue at the farm, by the way?
Spiders, something that was making the spiders not do spidery things, but it's dead, and now the leftover spiders are
Right.
happy. It's all sorted.
And he's taking like small footnotes as you're speaking, and you don't know what he's writing because he's kind of got the book to him. Right, well, I will pass this to them, and I will have someone bring your letter right away. We must have it signed first, of course. Henrik, could you go to the treasury and fetch 200 GP for these lovely fake people for me, please? Thank you. I will go and...
Is
Hmm?
Is there a time limit on that mine job?
The quicker, the better, honestly. That,
Okay.
at least with the farms, we was able to keep them running somewhat. The foreman has formally shut the mines, given the amount of workers who refuse to go. And as you would imagine, we use a lot of the metal that we dig up for smithing and other things of the sort, so if you're
Okay.
if you're unable to do it, I can put someone else on it.
No. Just, we need a day.
Right. I will ask Brunhilde and I will let you know. And he pulls out a piece of paper and shuts the book, and you can see it's like a piece of paper with like a small seal at the bottom, but it's unsigned. Takes it up and you can see him like leaning over and just whispering into Brunhilde's ear as he puts the paper in front and she like writes on it. There's a bit of conversation back and forth as you guys are at the bottom of the steps that lead up to like the lordish like table, but it's a bit more simplistic. A few moments later, he comes back. Right. Given the quick work you did at the farms, the free food was typically only meant to be for Fjardomor, but it seems that Brunhilde has a liking to some of you. She's kindly extended the claim to any of the towns that we look after. So,
Very much appreciated.
and on it you can see listed are the towns in which the Skjalls cover, and what it says, these people are to eat under the right of the Skjalls, forward any payments to the Skjalls directly, and have it taken out of tributes given.
Cool.
And any moment Henrik should be back. Also, with the mine thing, I did mention it to Brunhilde, she would like it to be at least within the next 3 days maximum, or we're going to have to look at getting someone else. Given some of the miners are obviously looking for work and going elsewhere, so we're losing manpower, as well as the smiths are running low on their surplus of minerals, and the last thing we want is for them to go looking elsewhere for them, if we can help it.
You'll have a, well, I said say result, but you'll know in 3 days whether or not we're managing it.
Thank you. If we don't hear of you, obviously we will have to assume otherwise, and...
That's fine.
Okay. About 2 minutes later, as he's just conversing with you, Henrik comes back with a small, chest, and he opens it and pulls out 3 heavy bags. Ah, right on time. And he kind of checks them, and he says, "This is all of it? Good." And kind of puts them on a small table that's to the side, and takes the chest back. There's your gold. Feel free to distribute it how you wish. I know you spent in the side room before, splitting stuff from before. If you need a moment, please just use the table. It's save hassle.
Thank you.
I'm going to go back. You're free to leave and go about whatever it is you need. Anything else? Come back, and it'll probably be me you deal with, if not anyone else, accordingly. I must go. And he goes back up to the table and continues talking. They're having, you can see 3 or 4 of the people at the table, they're a bit... You know when, they're having a hushed, heated conversation? You all notice that there's a very, heated debate going on, but they're purposely being hushed about it, given you guys are in the room. You'd imagine if you guys weren't there, it'd probably be a lot louder.
Should we go into the side room then and sort this out?
Right. So, okay. I'm guessing we're all doing the split. So, first off, is Cravalla
Yes.
being added? Yes. So it's a 9-way split if we're including party funds. Does anybody wish to surrender some money to the party fund, or does
Yeah, I
everybody
will.
want- Okay.
I would.
Yeah, go.
It's not the biggest amount, really, so...
For the
just
sake
200.
of your notes as well, do you want me to list off the towns in which is covered by the writ?
We'll just ask when we get to a town.
There.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I'll just put it in the Roll20 chat. But go on, carry on. Here's the list.
I would, but I have no money. So
Yeah, I didn't have any last time, so I had the necklace. So
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm splitting it 9 ways and people's money is going elsewhere, that is 22 gold and 2 silver.
2 gold and 2 silver. Thank
I do think we need to talk about the mine job, though.
Yeah, we're going
Cass
to
especially, I need you to research whatever the fuck he's on about.
Mike,
Oh, we've got some
Yeah.
time, right?
I'll drop 25% of that into the party fund.
So you're dropping
Okay.
5 gold.
So hang on.
Basically.
So who's not? So Varg.
Cravalla will take what you give her. She's not going to
Yeah.
relinquish any.
So Varg dropped. Dear, did you drop?
Yes.
Anybody else?
And Carl was giving 25% of it,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Okay.
So, Cass, library, flying orb thing with lots of eyes.
know.
I think it might be worth Evan and the Tabaxi talking a bit more. Layla, I assume you'd be going with Cass.
Yep.
Stephanie, Theon, what do you
Stephanie,
guys want to do?
I would say the 3 of you should probably go and interview with it. Well, depending on what's going on, we should probably also go interview the mine foreman and any of the miners that have worked in the area, see what they know. Maybe if we know a layout of the tunnels, so we know where we've got to go for this thing.
We should have.
I'm sure there's probably a mining company here somewhere
That's
that
what
has
they say.
the details.
Excuse me, just 1 second. I'm assuming this is later on today because we have to have a talk first.
Oh no, of course.
Can't go straight along into it.
Did you
So
want to?
maybe
Shall we
the
return
tavern?
to the tavern then? Yeah.
That's a
at least-
perfect idea. Second.
At least book a room for tonight, and then we can plan to go in the morning.
Have some lunch together. It'll be lunch in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, go do what we need to.
I want us done by tomorrow, though. I think if we leave this too long, it's going to tarnish our reputation with these people.
Agreed.
Okay. So, shall we do the interviewing people first, and then we will move on to the research team?
Well, should we go with us having a nice meal together first?
Oh, I thought you were
And a
doing that
chat.
after.
No, I
No,
Oh
think
no,
Let's-
do that.
Oh, you're
first.
doing
We
that
need-
and then
we need to
splitting.
sit down.
Okay, no, I thought you were splitting and then not meal. Okay, carry on, sorry.
We need a
Yeah.
good old sit down.
You go to the same familiar tavern you've been spending your nights in once again.
Eating for free.
Impromptu sneeze. Sorry about that. But yeah,
Coronavirus.
no.
Coronavirus.
Not yet. But no, you spend a few. Given your new writ, you can order what the fuck you like at no cost.
Ooh.
You essentially
Fresh
show
lobster.
the waitress, and it's kind of like, well, certainly, what is it you would like? Anything, of course, is on the house because of what you have there. And you're able to order the most lavish, and essentially you can order aristocratic food on beer budget. Like, it's great. The only thing you have to pay for is drinks, really, which it's coppers.
Oh, we
So,
order.
yeah. Between the lot of you, it's like a silver for all your drinks.
Nice.
I've got
Actually-
it. I'll get a drink.
Thinking about it, maybe we should interview the people together and then do the extras afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel like we all might have questions that others aren't going to think about.
It's a really good.
Might be
idea.
worth having a sit down with this company and seeing what they can tell us about their workers, if not the mine as well. And then if people are fine with going and doing extras by themselves, then we can do that once that's done.
Definitely.
Okay. So you spend an hour or so enjoying the atmosphere, eating very, very nice food, and even knowing that you've ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, you swear that they've probably added a little extra in as well, just because it's really nice food. It fills you. You are so fucking happy. You all make your way to the mines, which you ask a couple...
Danny.
Yep.
We want to have a conversation
Go on.
before we go to the
no,
mines.
No, go on.
No, this is the whole point of it, isn't it? For us to sit down and actually talk about what happened yesterday and talk a bit about what we can do so that we can work together. Like, if we keep on running headlong into danger, eventually one of us is going to die.
Yeah, Evan, about that. How are you doing after yesterday?
better now. It's not a fun experience.
I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit concerned about your ability to hold up. And that's not to talk down, she'll be demeaning, but that's two people in a row now, the Tabaxi and then you. And it seems like you're uncomfortable in your own skin.
I'm getting used to it. No, it's like I say, just slightly unused to, new style of weapon fighting, and as you probably remember from the other day, and reach up to touch the side of her face at that one. But yeah, there was that. Used to fighting in a slightly, I'm coming to terms with it.
It's okay that if you're not, you know that, right?
I know. I'm fine.
No,
I think we should stay closer together next time. If at the very least to make things easier for Cass. And for the rest of the party, to be honest. I know for a fact here can have the same powers as Cass in some respects. He can help.
I can hit things and do magic.
Thank you, dear. Yes, you can. Good pussycat. Give him a little scratch on the head.
He purrs.
Good boy.
Excuse me.
I don't purr, I moan.
Oh.
Don't give me flashbacks to the last Tabaxi character.
But no, I feel like, to be honest, we're all a little uncomfortable in our own skin at the moment, and working together, we're uncomfortable in being a team, because whilst the bandits obviously pushed us to be a team, we aren't in the slightest sense. Every time that we begin a fight, we have a plan that immediately gets thrown to the wind, whether that's by one person or the entire group.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thanks, Ravala. But we need to be honest, and we need to discuss what we are capable to do, and really just learn a little bit about each other, which is why I've been spending time trying to speak with each of you. I think we need to become a cohesive unit, rather than a tabaxi, druid, a paladin. We need to be party. So, I'm very good at healing. That's what I like to do. If you can stay within range of me, I will heal you. If you run out of it, I will likely follow you, and then, danger can occur to either you or myself. Please don't do.
I'm going to start pointing at people to get them to talk. So, the Tabaxi first, and then... Where are you comfortable, dear, in a fight?
Well, I can do a bit of magic,
But where do you want to be in a fight? It's no good us having a formation if people don't want to be where we think they should be. Where do you want to be?
I mean, I would stay pretty close to the front line, but not on the front line.
Okay, that makes sense. Layla?
I like hitting stuff. But Evan wants me to stay far away.
Don't worry about Evan.
So
Do
I
what
did
you
what
want
he
to
told
do.
me to do, and I stayed far away. It was fine.
Layla, you are incredibly strong. Do what you want to do.
Ah,
I like hitting things close up.
Okay.
So we'll try it. And if it happens that you just seem to be a bit better with a crossbow, take that into consideration.
I still get to use a crossbow. It's just instead of doing 2 crossbow attacks, I'd attack with a rapier first.
That's fine. So you'd like to be relatively frontline too.
I'm flexible.
Who are? Persephone?
So as you point to me, I'll say like Persephone I'd just drop and look like quite shy, look at the table, and I'd go, I don't know. I mean, I was just on the streets, and that's where I think I'm good. Is not. I don't want to be fighting close combat because I'd be eaten apart.
So where do you feel comfortable?
Range and maybe hit and run or something. Quick.
Okay. And Fionn?
Really ranged, really. I'm quite bad up front.
Okay.
Bad.
Were you okay yesterday, by the way?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Okay. So we have a rough gist. Well, we know where Cravala wants to be, because... And I'd kind of look at her and like give her a half smile and be like,
Give me a target and I'll stick a blade in the back.
Good job, kiddo. And then we roughly know where people want to be. I know where I want to be, so I don't need to tell you all. But if there is an opportunity for you to be safe, do it. If you need to put yourself in a position where me or Evan are between you and the target, feel free. Utilize what we have. And considering the majority of us seem to be frontline fighters, see how it goes.
One thing I would recommend, given how the fight went yesterday, don't step outside of protection that me and Varg give. So Theon, Stephanie, and Cass for a little bit, you were all outside of the protection that me and Varg were. So if it was me and Varg are the front line, you guys were off to the right.
I'd like to point out when the attack happened, that's where I was.
Also,
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yes, that happened.
Cheap
at that
coming from the
point.
one who nearly died.
Died surrounded by 3 opponents, having to take down the ones that were trying to skirt round him.
Be fucking smart about it then. Just move out the way. It's not hard.
The idea is I meant to stand there and block things, Danny.
Not necessarily.
No, this is Kravala,
Evan.
not Danny.
Yeah, not necessarily, Evan. Even though we are there to be the wall, sometimes we have to move. We can't be a wall, we have to be a shield.
And things do move.
Uh-huh.
So,
As like I say, I've got no problem with that. It's if we are trying to be a shield or a wall and we have got a place protected, don't stand outside of the protection.
Of course not, but we should also be aware that if somebody is out of that range, we should move to it too. It takes both of us.
Mhm.
We all need to work together. It can't just be, we stand here, you come to us. Sometimes we need to move back.
I'm fully aware of that. It was just in those moments of be aware of where we are as the protection, because otherwise the enemies could just run round us and attack you, and then we are flanked trying to save them.
Evan, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to point something out right now. The same is for yourself. You're the one who nearly died because you were by yourself yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The same can be said for all of us. We need to stick together and help each other.
I'd put my hand up and say, I wasn't by myself. It was
Well,
2.
no, at the end of the day, you are very good at hiding. It's very unlikely that they're going to spot you from where you are. I watched you train for days the other day. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't think we should be criticising each other for our mistakes. They happened, and sorry, Kravala and Evan, but this is not the time for an argument.
I'm just pointing out the obvious. Seems like you all agree.
Can I question what makes someone protection?
What do you mean?
Well, Evan said me and Varg are protection. What makes you protection?
See, I disagree with Evan on that, Layla. I think we're all protection. For example, during the mess that was yesterday's fight, once I was in danger, 2 separate people aided me. And when Evan came to danger, everybody tried to aid him.
Mm-hmm.
What Evan means is that me and him are the front and we are able to take the hits. However, don't see us as the only protection. You have every other member of the party as protection. Each and every one of you should recognize that you are each other's protection.
Yeah.
We count on you as much as you count on us, but if it comes to us being rushed, it's more likely that me and Evan are going to be the first to be hit.
And a great example comes to your mind was when you were rushed by 2 of the spiders, how Kravala came
One
round
second,
and
I've got
flanked.
to go.
Okay. And
Well, yeah.
how Kravala come round and stabbed the one on its way through to help Evan as well. She kind of cleared the ones in front of you on the way through.
It's not necessarily just about who is there first, it's about everybody. And this is what I mean by us being a unit.
So I reckon I can take hits pretty well too. So should I be putting myself in front of people?
You feel comfortable doing something like that?
Yeah.
Why are we putting ourselves in front of other people?
Well,
I mean, some of us can't take a hit. We know where we are going to be and can assess, but it's not always going to be that it's a line. It will sometimes be that they will come at us from all sides.
Oh no, metaphorically.
Yeah. I just mean, I think that we're basing too much in protection of each other. Whilst we should trust each other, it's not all about who can protect one person.
I know, but this is what I'm saying, is that if we all work, if we all know our job and how to do it well, we will protect each other. At the end of the day, if somebody can kill a giant spider that's about to kill Evan faster than Evan can, they are protecting him. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're actively trying to be a defense. It just means that if we are oiled, nothing can go wrong. Apart from some very strange occurrences, I agree. We can't expect everything, but we can be very good at what we do.
I think you'd like some of the stories of what happened to my parents. Some pretty weird shit can happen that you're not expecting.
Oh no, I agree. But there's no harm in being good at what we do.
They reset the world. They reset it. They stop something from happening and then.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh no.
Like, you just see Cass's head is starting to tilt and she's figuring stuff out. Okay.
Back to the conversation.
Yeah.
You
Layla,
can say
where do you
everyone's
want to
kind of
be?
looking at Layla for a second, like.
What's going on here?
Where do you want to be, Layla?
I want to be where I'll be useful and good at what I do and helpful.
I think you're useful no matter where you are. You've proved yourself to be confident at range, and if you think you're competent, or if you know you're competent up close, then do whatever you feel like doing.
Okay.
I'm not going to say no if there's another person stood by my side, and I'm not going to complain if you stood behind me.
Do I have to decide permanently? Or
No.
can I?
Of course not.
Cool.
Just do your best, and make sure that it's not going to jeopardize somebody else.
Smart words. Dad.
She's crossing the streams.
Oh no.
Total photon reversal.
I love you, Daddy.
Does anybody else have any qualms about what they think we should be doing? Dear, I know you're a bit of a funny one.
No, I'm okay.
I mean, you say that, but are you sure? Because you're learning a lot.
I'm sure, yeah.
So you're happy being in the middle of it all.
When you say the middle, what do you mean exactly?
As in, you're not necessarily frontline, and you're not necessarily miles away from us. You can do either, right? You are a
Yeah, I
druid
can-
after all.
I do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Wherever you need me, I can be.
Okay.
My biggest problem with this whole thing is, when we get in a fight, I get super excited and I just like hitting as many things as I possibly can. And I don't always think, oh gosh, I'm supposed to be staying here or supposed to be doing this. I just think, oh, there's something I can hit. So
Don't
maybe
worry about where you are necessarily. Just try to keep
hitting
it
things.
in mind. That also, but just try to be aware of where you are. Not necessarily that you need to be in a certain place. Just make sure that in a pinch you're close to either me, Cass, or Evan, or Dia. I mean, Dia and Cass can heal you. Me and Evan can stand in front of you.
Ah, okay.
Everybody else are incredibly good damage dealers, so Theon and Persephone, while it wouldn't be bad to be close to them, they're not going to give you aid in a sense of keeping you alive. They're going to be able to give you aid in a sense of killing the thing that's in front of you. Just be mindful. Don't drift, because because if you drift, then bad things can happen. That's all. You can hit as much as you like.
Is that it? Is that all you wanted to talk about?
I don't know. I'm still not sure everyone wants to talk to Theon or not. Like,
Theon scares me.
She leans in and
Aw.
whispers, and Cravala whispers to you. Probably important. The first thing you need to do is take a fucking shower.
Oh dear.
was that a
There's
comment?
showers. We're in D&D.
He needs to bathe.
I can't believe it. I'm being attacked here. Fucking.
No, he's on about Theon. She's on about Theon.
Oh no, I know, but I need a shower as well at this fucking point. Right, so Theon.
I mean,
What's
probably
a
all
shower?
do, to be honest.
You're
Go
talking
to
about
the
the
bath?
waterfall.
A shower for my flower.
All right, okay,
There's
so
baths in town.
Bound to be a bathhouse somewhere.
before we go
Go to
and
baths.
wash Theon,
You're gonna wash me, are you?
before we give Theon
Maybe.
the old cold shower,
Oh,
Oh my god,
Oh,
he's
this come-
sticky.
Theon, what's going on with you?
Just having some trouble at the minute.
I assumed as much, and I'm not going to pry if it's not something you can do or want to do.
It's something.
But there
I
is a
can't-
level of you needing to trust us with things, and if there is an issue, tell us before it becomes a bigger problem.
I have told Cass briefly, but I can't reveal too much as
Okay.
someone is listening in.
As long as
You
somebody's
still have
aware.
that presence there. It's since your disclosure, it's never left you, Theon. There's always
Yeah.
that feeling of being watched and judged and observed.
I got a
It's for
feeling
Kodo.
somebody's watching me.
But yeah, I mean, as long as Theon's okay with somebody. Other than that, should we all go to the bathhouse? Sauna anime episode?
Well, it is episode 4, and that's
Oh.
in anime when it usually happens.
Also, you know, we are about to go and meet a bunch of people, and we were fighting
Yeah.
yesterday, and I do have some spider guts currently on me. I would like to go to the bathhouse.
Hey Danny, can we do some charisma training and have a real good, nice smelling time so when we go to meet these people they think we're really cool because we smell like lavender?
It depends on how much you're willing to spend and what
Oh,
treatment
I've
levels
got
you want.
Oh, let's have a nice bath, guys and girls.
It all
Shall we head
depends
to the
how much-
bathhouse then?
It all depends
Yeah.
on how much this costs.
Well, let's go to find out. Let's go talk to the woman or man. You know, let's go find it out.
At the bathhouse!
the
Bathhouse.
little room.
It's
Is
easy.
Cravala coming?
I'm not going to sit here if you're be on my fucking own, am I?
Good.
Any mice, you know.
I'd rather be in I'd rather bathe than just sit here doing jack shit.
At the bathhouse!
So yeah, it's not hard to find stuff in this town. People are relatively helpful with you guys because you guys don't give off a very intimidating or not wanting to speak to like persona. So everyone's fairly open and like, I think if you go over there, maybe, and eventually you'll find your way to a bathhouse known as the Arctic Relief.
Ooh,
Oh, I hope there's happy endings.
prepare to get
Again, it
frozen.
depends how much you pay.
Polar bears.
Oh, it's a whorehouse and a bathhouse. Right, okay.
Extras cost more. But no, you find your way in and you meet. There's 2 or 3 people, both men and women, that are at the front and welcome people and kind of gauge what you're looking for. The main things that they offer is bathing, massage, launders, and any type of treatments that you want that's within their realm of possibility. They will try to accommodate for you.
What type of relief have you got?
Theon.
Theon.
You're speaking to a young man who's like, well, it depends totally on what you're looking for. Is it aches, pain, spiritual? We can even do some limited magical relief, if need be.
How much would it be for the bath, launder, and massage for each of us?
For each of you, if you want, do you want to go for as much and as detailed as you can, or are you looking for a quick in and out?
Somewhere in between.
That's a great time to step back into the conversation.
I've realised what I said.
How long would the full thing be for each of us? Like, a few hours?
Whoa! What is going on here?
Okay.
Right.
Does somebody quickly want to fill me in on what I missed?
Nope, you can wait until we find out.
Well,
How long and how
We're going to get.
per person to have everything looked after, it would be 4 gold a person.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
That seems
What?
worth it.
Wait. 4 gold a person?
Persephone, I'll pay
You're
for you.
talking about a luxury service that's very well maintained. The average person doesn't get this.
Wait,
at
hold
all.
on. So,
This is still not clearing it up for me. At
hold
all.
on.
What the party funds for? Like,
Oh, definitely.
No, I'll buy it. I'll pay for everybody. I can just afford it. I've got 4 gold
Excellent,
left.
sir. If you would all follow the 2 ladies there, they will lead you to the locker rooms. You are free to remove any items of clothing you wish for us to deal with. They will provide you with anything you would desire to cover your modesty, and then you can step through then.
Hoorah.
thank you.
Well, they are recommended. You don't have to use them if you don't wish to, sir. And he'll collect payment. He'll make a note of each of your names. The 2 young human women lead you through into a locker room where you're all allowed to disrobe any equipment, armor, clothes you want laundering. Pass to them, and they will make sure that they stayed separate. They will be done while you're bathing. Following that, you will then be led for massage, and it will be mixed with incenses and oils and things like that to help relax the body as much as possible.
We're gonna smell so fucking good.
Oh yeah, no, you two
We're
are
going to get golden.
you all are gonna feel fucking good.
We're gonna make a fucking impression and a half.
Feeling amazing.
But yeah,
Oh my God.
and
And
this,
Theon's not greasy, thank fuck.
and from what the women have said, this usually lasts 3 hours.
That's fine. We'll do it in the afternoon. The miners will be at home anyway, so...
Yeah, and they do explain that sometimes people can stay the whole day in some cases, but that costs a lot more. But for what you asked for, this is about how long it's going to be. So
Is
given
it
the
like
time.
a kind of Roman baths kind of setup?
Oh yeah,
And
it's
there's,
a
like,
big
small
open.
pools, or is it
Oh no,
big open?
well, there's both. There are smaller secluded jacuzzis and things like that with heated water if people want to be in smaller groups. But then in the centre there is a large open communal one. So there is one small enough just for you guys as a group, or if you want to go in the shared area one. It's all mixed. It's not
Private.
gender segregated.
We're gonna have it as a party thing.
But you're all given
Yeah.
towels or
Just
robes.
cover up your bits.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're offered towels and robes for those that want them.
Yes, please. My character's
please.
quite timid.
Yeah.
Fine.
Cass doesn't give a damn. Like, she's just walking straight through.
There you
Got
go.
in.
There's no real issue for or against. It's just kind of, if you want them, they're here. But yeah, you all led through, and you can see that it's a large open area. There is a large central pool and smaller pools ranging in sizes to fit 2 people up to about 10 people. It's relatively empty in here given the time of day. It's early afternoon at this point. So I'd imagine you all take one that's about big enough just to comfortably fit everyone in. Or if you want to go in the large one, it's up to you.
Hey, that's for me, where I'd feel at home in water, so I'd want to go to the deepest one and just go to the bottom and sit on the bottom for a bit.
Okay.
Be honest, dive bombs in.
Sounds about right.
And while down there, I'm going to do some meditation for half an hour, so...
Okay. And for the record, this will technically count as a short rest, although you guys didn't do anything.
Hoorah.
But this would have accounted of a short rest for those that would have benefited from things. Because it's 3 hours worth of relaxing and shit.
I'm in my natural habitat here.
Yeah, we're having a bath. Like, it's ace.
You're provided with soaps and scented amenities to clean yourself and do as you wish.
Pocket the soap.
Is there any freshly squozen orchid juice?
Not on here, unfortunately.
Well, I don't think I can relax here then.
There is a sponge in the shape of a sheep's paw, though.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There's like, you know, the little scoury pad ones, like the little handheld ones. There's one that just like mimics the shape of a sheep's paw.
Nice.
There you go.
We're gonna have to remember there's a bathhouse called the Arctic Relief, and we need to go here every time we're in town. But
I just keep thinking about Arctic Roll, honestly.
Yeah. But no, you notice the few people that are in
I
here,
think I have one actually.
the few people that are in here look very aristocratic, and it does seem that this is a activity that's typically reserved for people with a bit more wealth than the average folk. You don't see any common people with quote marks in here.
Thank goodness.
And given how you guys are, for the most part, not all of you, bit out of place, but no one really bats an eye. It's too quiet to people to care. It's not packed.
So, just from my understanding, did we go from conversation to bathhouse?
Yes, this
No, we had a conversation.
This is the
and
sauna
then
episode,
Kravala
Michael.
complains that Theon was a bit stinky, so we're forcing him to have a bath, and we're all going with him.
Yeah, so his descriptor of greasy hair gets to go away.
It's bonding, Michael. Shut up.
It's bonding.
Nice.
3 hours of wasted time because we've got a beholder coming up.
We have 3 days.
Calm down.
Let the party
Plus, your
be
other
happy,
argument-
and
plus-
then we'll combat it.
Plus, other people's arguments was, be nice and fresh smelling to interview the miners.
Yeah.
yeah, we were covered in spider guts. Like,
You was a
Nice
bit
and true.
smelly.
We'll also be nice and fresh for our deaths if we're not careful.
What you got to think, in
Okay,
terms
so-
of 2
Is
weeks...
this an Evans stress or a Michael stress?
let's just sit
You've-
down.
This
and
is
have a moment.
Michael
Have a
having to deal with the fact that his brother's just shown up for the first time in 2 weeks.
This is a
Snapped
Michael
at-
stress.
Yeah, snapped at
Okay.
him immediately for leaving his keys in the door because he didn't know that his brother was coming back. And then been treated like shit, and then he's just fucked off. So
Fair enough. But I will
Take 'em
point
out.
out that this is a nice relief, considering in-game, it's been 2 weeks since the campaign started and none of you have washed since.
Yeah, speaking of which-
You're all a bit ripe.
So during the bath, because I mean, everybody else will be relaxing, but I kind of want to broach to Evan and I don't know who's who around me, but anybody who's relatively close that we need.
Well, the thing is, you're able to move around if need be.
Yeah, but it's just kind of passing. Like, I don't want to make it a thing. It's just passing conversation.
For the
and I
most
think-
part, everyone is kind of in one pool together, apart from Persephone, who wanted to go into the deepest part, so she's gone into the communal pool.
So everybody other than Persephone. Okay, in which
Pretty
case, to everybody but as broaching conversations, like, who thinks they're charismatic here? Who can hold good conversation?
Meh.
My
Depends on
dad
what you
says
mean.
I can.
Do you think you can?
No. I
Okay.
hit them with my loot though if they annoy me.
If you need me to get information out of someone threateningly, sure, but...
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're trying to go for
idea.
light towards the end.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I didn't exactly put myself forward.
But it's good that you're putting yourself forward for the interrogation part. It might be useful later.
Yeah, that might be needed. So, does anybody think that they might have a way with these miners we're coming to talk to?
Everyone just
Most
looks at
people
Cass.
just look at me like I'm a child, so you're probably better picking. Yeah, I'd say Cass.
I was about to say, to be fair, you do seem to have a bit of a way with words, Varg.
I'd agree, but if what these miners have seen is that bad, it might be worth somebody with a gentler touch. We need to get this information for our own sakes, but we don't want to mortify them doing it.
Yourself or Cass, then?
Cass can be
Very.
a little invasive.
A little intense, yeah. No offense, Cass.
No, she's just super eager and wants to know stuff, but sometimes if you're traumatized about things.
I think if Cass is going to talk to them, just take it slow.
Oh well.
But really, I mean, nobody else thinks that they can talk to these guys. Like, Layla, maybe your naivety will be effective.
Doubt it.
But you know what questions to ask if we need knowledge about the creature, but that's about it. Keeping them calm and...
Are you even sure they're gonna know anything?
They know something. The information they have, whether it be pertinent to the creature or to the mines, any information is good information. I mean, wouldn't you rather go into the mine knowing that, you know, there's a collapsed section to the left of this pathway, or, you know,
Yeah, but surely we
anything
can
they
see
can
that.
tell us is good. Just saves us time when we get there trying to figure out what's going on. But if people aren't comfortable talking, that's fine. We'll leave it to the resident talker. Just thought I'd see.
Okay. Time goes by and everyone relaxes. One by one, each of you are called into a private room where you're given your massage, your pamper, everything you
Wow.
need.
Oh,
Definitely going to say I probably didn't put myself forward for the pamper and stuff. I don't mind.
No,
taking
you're
the
getting
bath.
it.
It's been paid for. You can just decline it if you want.
You're getting it.
Uh,
I will make the point to Evan, like put my hand on his shoulder and be like, just go with it, bud.
We're bonding, Evan.
We're bonding privately with a couple of strangers in another room whilst the rest of us.
It's just a massage. That's all it is.
Yeah. no,
Take the moment to relax, Evan.
I am relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
But no,
My body. I was in full relaxation yesterday for a couple of seconds.
But no, each of you are called one by one, and you don't return to the pool. You're led back through where your clothes have been freshly laundered. They have scents of wildflowers and berries. You all get dressed, hand over robes and towels that you have been loaned, and you all eventually recongregate as like some of you are waiting in the dressing room area where the last person comes through and disrobes, starts getting dressed again. You all feel light as feathers and like really fucking good. You smell amazing. You know that fresh air of the show feeling. You put clean clothes on, it's just perfect. It's that type of feeling, but with extras.
So, what time is it now? Is it like 1 or 2 o'clock-ish?
It was 10 o'clock when you got to town. You spent about an hour, so it's about 2 o'clock,
So,
give or take. It's early-ish afternoon.
go to the mining company, get the name of these miners, then once we've spoken to some of them, people go and do their own thing. See what we can do.
Ooh yeah.
Okay.
That sound good?
And I will say, given all of the party's exuberance and visible happiness and your presentation, it may make a difference in the DC on checks and things during conversation with these people.
Okay, so, probably best to speak to a guard about the mining. Right? I don't know.
You was told about the job
Yeah.
initially. It was there was a foreman of the mining company near where the mine actually is to speak to if you need, as well as speaking to any people direct.
Or I'm thinking more, is there a centre where these people are contracted where we could get names and maybe they live in town and it'll save us the initial journey just to find out that we need to go back to speak to them?
Oh, so you're looking for like a miners' district?
Yeah, like
Okay.
somebody who can say, these are the miners who are employed at the time. Here's
Make
what they live.
a quick investigation check for me.
Shit. Does somebody want to do this who has a better investigation than me?
No, you said it.
Give it a go.
Can we help? Can
I
someone
have
help?
-1. So, yeah.
I will say you have
Hey.
advantage because everyone is pitching in.
I'd have put this down to Cass or something. Like, Cass, find out where they live, go.
Why don't you try?
I am.
I can try again.
Call you
Well
crit.
done.
I'll take that one.
Congratulations.
There you go. Very
Somebody else
easily.
try. Somebody else 20.
You find on the northern side of town there is like a second tavern, and a lot of the people who work in the mines have houses on that side because it's easier to travel. You're made aware that the tavern is typically where A lot of the workers are currently hanging out, as well as the foreman and shit, considering the mine's closed. No one to go. It's called the Pick and Tankard.
Okay, so Cravala.
Well,
I think, considering the people we're about to go into to meet in there, you might be best heading this.
why?
You're a bit more local. We're outsiders. While we might, obviously, we probably don't fit in as much as you do. It might be worth you being the person who tries to figure out where these people are. It's more likely they'll trust you.
Okay.
If that's, I mean, I'm putting that across, but if somebody else would like to give it a go, I'm just a bit concerned that we might stand out a bit here, especially and point to Cass and Evan.
Well, I was going to say, there are 3 of you in the party. No, 4 of you from this country, which is Theon, you, Dia, and Cravala. Everyone else, in some way or another, is out of the country.
I'd put my hand up and say, if you want someone to listen, I can go in there and...
Oh no, do that. Go get comfy.
Okay. So I'll just take a trot off into the tavern.
Mhm. Are you all following her, or are you letting her go on her own?
Give her a second.
Okay.
Go to the bar. I'll ask for half pint of mead, but in a pint glass, to make it look like I'm drinking, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'd find a little seat somewhere in the corner where I can be seen but unseen, if that makes sense.
Right. When you go into the tavern, it's packed, shoulder to shoulder, full of people. Mostly men of different races, majority human, but you do see a number of others. Fairly stocky and well built. You squeeze your way through and go to the bar. You can see there's a couple people sat at the bar, and there is one to the far left who's currently scrolling into a book. There's another couple drinking and arm wrestling and general tit for tat between each other. You order the drink, it'll cost you a copper.
Yeah, it's fine.
And like,
and once,
the issue
5
is you
minutes,
kind
we'll
of
go
turn
in.
around to look for somewhere to sit, and like I said, it's standing room only at this point.
That's fine. Can I find a little place up out the way then? Or as out the way as possible?
Yeah, you could probably make to one of the walls and have like leaning space to lean up the wall and just sip at the drink and just observe.
Cool. Like I said, bear in mind, I'm only a short little one, so...
Yeah, you get lost very easily amongst the large figures that are in this tavern.
Cool. And I'd like to just stand in the corner then, and try and blend in or out the way so people don't notice me, and try and listen to conversations as them said.
Okay.
Bright blue, I think they're going to notice you.
No, I'd have my hood up and stuff.
Make a perception check.
You do realise having a hood up makes you an obvious target immediately. You've got
Not
to
really,
hood up.
not necessarily.
Yeah, I'm sorry, if you walk into a bunch of men with your hood up, and you're blue-skinned and little, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb.
That's why I'd get lost in the crowd as quickly as possible.
You
No, but
you listen
if you-
in, and it's a little awkward because it's very loud, it's very raucous, and there are a lot of people, considering it's early afternoon, very, very drunk. And you barely pick up anything. It gets lost in the mix of so many conversations that are loudly going on. It just creates this level of noise across the tavern that's hard to fully distinguish.
I got +6 to this.
Yeah. Most of the conversational pieces you find is nothing of particular interest, but general conversation of needing more money, wanting to go back to work, the mines are closed, arm wrestle and gambling between each other, bets of cards, and general jovial laughing, and small minor arguments, but nothing particularly bad, just like cussing each other out.
The one conversation I just heard the words, the mine is closed and you want to go back to work. I'll try and focus on that conversation for a bit.
The conversation is between 2 humans, and it's essentially complaining that it sucks that the mines are shut. They aren't being able to earn any money, and if it carries on much more, they're going to have to go and look at doing another trade because they can't survive.
Okay.
5-6 minutes, and then we'd all come in as well.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, as she's started
I
listening
see-
into that conversation, you guys start making your way inside. But go on, Carl.
When I see them like come in, I'll make my way over to them and I'll talk to the Varg and say, these two work in the mine. And I'll just
Looking,
point out.
I will point out, looking around, the vast majority of them look like they've work in the mines, if not all of them.
Yeah, but these ones I've heard conversations about. The others I couldn't remember. That's why I point them out first.
Okay.
Okay, so take note of those two, and then continue to the bar. Unless people want to break off and try and prod people.
No, I'll follow.
No.
Sure, we could always cover more space. Plus, it might look a little bit less suspicious if we're all asking as a group. Playful conversation, stuff like that. But
Especially if you want.
no, I'm just saying, if you guys think to come with, we'll do that. But either way, I'm making my way to the fucking bar.
Okay. So you all, at different paces, break through the crowd and head towards the bar. Again, you see a multiple of people. Some are writing in books, some are drinking, some are like making tunes and ditties between each other. The barman at the front. What can I get you?
A beer and information.
Alright. What are you looking for?
I don't know if this is something you know, or if it's maybe the owner, but is there a way for us to speak to somebody who knows a fair bit about the mining?
And he kind of spits on the floor. Go and talk to that miserable prick over there. And points out an elven man who looks a bit solemn, and he's currently got a pile of books next to him and he's writing them. He's the one that runs the fucking place. Apparently he's lost a few thousand gold for the trouble too.
I like this man. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, no,
Does everybody else have a drink?
this is a very tall, bit rotund man that wears like vestment over the top of like a plain shirt, and he's a bit jovial, big hairy facial hair that's just bushy and like as if like he's been put his finger in a socket.
So, everybody else want a drink?
Well,
Yeah.
if you're gonna get this miserable loot out my bar, I'll do it half price. Copper apiece.
Okay, thank you. And then I'd give him the pay for what everybody wants and kind of slink off to the elven man as everybody's getting served.
Yeah, and you can kind of see him. He's kind of got his hand in his head, looking down at the books, and he's just, you know, when someone's paying attention, but like he's looking through the book rather than at the book. And he's got 2 or 3 stacked next to him, and he's just kind of there, sat looking at it. Doesn't
Is he,
even
like,
notice.
Behind the bar, or is he at a table?
He's at one of the small tables on the side. No one else is sat with him. He's sat on his own.
Okay. I'd give it a second and drag Cass along, and then I'd pull up a seat and sit in front of him.
Yeah. As you pull the seat and like sit down, he kind of looks up and goes, hello? Who are you?
We've been paid to sort out the mines, and we've been told you're the man to speak to.
Ah, well, yes, I am the foreman. My name is Soratil. Is it just you two?
No, there's more of us, but they're getting drinks.
So, what is it you need?
Preferably, we need the names of some of the workers, where they live if that's not breaking any kind of confidentiality. We need to know what the situation is and any information that you have about what's happened.
Well, according to Anor, he was the one that made the claim about this flying creature. We broke into a new shaft as we was following guidance on a new ore vein. Then they claimed, oh, there's a flying creature, it's coming to kill us, it's telling us to run, blah, blah, blah. And he mutters something in Elvish that you don't understand.
Cass, write this down.
Cass would. She knows Elvish.
Make a perception check, because he mutters it under his breath.
Write all of this.
Oh, yeah. Cass is literally like photographic memory kind of.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, you blink and it's remembered. You hear him in Elvish say, "Stupid fucking humans."
Oh.
I would like to reply in Elvish. Only little mayfly.
Like, you see him clam up for a second and freeze as he realises he's just been caught out in saying something.
And smile sweetly and just go, we're just joking with you. That's
of course. No, this is okay. And you can see he's immediately flustered, and you can just see couples of beads of sweat as he's realised that he can't say shit without people picking up on it now. But no, Anor would be the one to speak with. He lives right by the front gate. If you go 3 houses to the west, it's the one with the and he looks at the books and then thinks to himself, I think he's got an anchor on his door. Yes.
Okay.
He was the one that led the explosives, and he was the one that at least claimed it. A lot of the other miners then believed him and then wouldn't go down the mine anymore.
So you didn't see this thing?
No. I stay outside
Okay.
the mines and make sure everyone's working as intended. I'm the foreman, not a miner.
Did any miners perish in the attack?
A couple of them acted strangely for a few days. But
What were their names?
Heinrich and Richter.
And do they live in the area too, or?
I think Heinrich's actually over there. And points over, and you can see that there is a half-orc with pale green skin and a couple of jagged fangs protruding at the bottom jaw. He might be worth a word with, I don't know.
Do you know what he likes to drink?
I have no clue. I don't particularly share drinks with the workers. That is for them to do with themselves.
Fair enough. Is that everything that you think is pertinent at Lower East?
The only thing is, I would say to speak to any of those three. Anor was the one who broke the new shaft, and as I said, those two were a little weird, so to say.
Would you mind if I just ask one quick question?
And like his the way the demeanor and way he speaks to Varg compared to you, especially with what you said, is he sits upright a little more and is a bit more. Of course. Please go.
Would you be able to provide a map, like of the mine system? A bit of experience with mines. I know that they can be very.
Oh, for sure. And he goes and unfurls one of the scrolls and kind of pulls down. I can't give you this, but if you wish to write a copy or anything like that.
I'm going to get out my book, which has like little notes and stuff about what's already happened so far, and I start to sketch out quickly.
His map marks like a shaft that was like it says it's got small writing next to it. Iron vein. Like, and it's not fully done, where a lot of the other ones are more further explored. That is the shaft in which they went down. If you follow this path and draws a pathway to it, that should take you right there.
May I just ask one other question?
No.
So you've created a shaft at this point. Is it to get this iron ore? How deep was it?
In terms of depth or length or both.
I meant
Oh.
how far down is it?
It's
How-
Depth.
yeah. So
Yeah,
so
depth.
depth. Thank you. Probably half a mile, maybe. I haven't kept exact track, but it does take a few moments to get from top to bottom.
How long has this mine been active?
I've been in charge of this lot for 60 years or so. I moved here when I was young and I inherited it off the parents. So, yes.
Okay.
Thank you,
Uh,
Liam.
I assume that's it for now. We're going to go and talk to the workers. If you think of anything, try and collar either me,
Yes.
this lady, and then or any of the rest, and I'll point to them individually, just like to my chest, like so. It's not I'm not like swinging my arm around, but
Yeah,
like
yeah. He'll look at the group and he'll see Persephone specifically, and and Castle's notes it. But as he's looking at Persephone, there's a more of he's got a very superiority complex, and seeing that there's an elf in the group kind of makes him feel a bit more comfortable. And he's like, but of course, I will definitely be in contact with any of you if need be.
Do I recognise
had
the
the
name?
drinks by now.
The foreman's name.
Yeah, do I recognise it?
You don't
Name.
recognise his first name, and he hasn't give his second name.
Oh, sorry, I forgot then. Yeah, never mind.
He's just introduced himself as Soratil. You haven't heard the family name.
Okay.
I know where you were going with that, but no, he hasn't said.
Oh, so as I stand up, I go to, as if to shake his hand, like Varg did with the farmers, and go, thank you, Mr.
Soratil, please, it's fine. And
Oh,
your
just,
Kess, was it?
Caspania. But no. Cool, and then I'm going to leave and just walk away.
Can I get a perception on that, Danny?
Yeah, go on, roll it. Just wait a second for that.
Sorry, I'd still
Yeah,
got
no,
advantage
it's fine, it's
on.
fine.
I was just about to roll and I was like, don't do that.
You see that as Cass introduces himself as Casvania, he immediately doesn't pay any attention. He immediately doesn't pay any attention to it. But the second them two turn away, you know when you like go, oh, okay, it was nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, okay. And then like a few seconds later, he's like, wait. And you see his eyes narrow as he's kind of in deep thought, and he's still stood, and his arms still semi-lifted as he's now kind of looking upwards slightly, trying to like look as if he's looking at his own brain, trying to think. I recognise that name, and then you see him slowly sit down, and he's now deeply in thought, trying to think on something. Hasn't realised yet. You don't see that realisation, but he's currently in deep thought of, where the fuck have I heard that name?
Okie dokie, so oopsie on that one.
Oh, it was the second I heard the name go off, it was just like, no, of course.
So, after we've got up talking to the bloke, can I get I'll ask Kravala to have a slink past Heinrich to see what he's drinking,
Yeah. She
if at all
has
possible.
+6 to stealth, +2. Okay. Takes her a couple moments, but she goes through the crowd and goes, seems like he's on hard liquor at the minute. Looks like vodka was the choice at that time.
So seems like he's drinking to forget then.
Hmm.
Or just drinking
Well.
to get drunk.
If we're going to ask him any questions, then why don't we feed him a little bit?
Say, well, there's only two reasons that somebody drinks like that: to forget, or because
Day
they like
drinking.
The taste, or they like the taste of alcohol.
No,
Day
Layla,
drink.
you don't day drink with vodka. So I'll buy a bottle of vodka off of the
Yeah.
barman.
That'll run you, because it's not good quality. It's pretty shitty
It's
quality.
fine.
It's about 8 silver for a whole bottle. And
then
it you know, like when like cheap alcohol like stereotypically has
Yeah.
that chemically smell to it. It's bad. It's not great.
It's paint stripper.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
I don't know. I'll put it to everybody. Who wants to have a crack at Heinrich with a bottle of vodka? Not
Yeah.
cracking him over the head of it.
But yeah, what you see is he's currently sat at the table with 3 other people playing dice at the minute, and you can see a couple coppers being flung either way.
Let's have a crack at him. Evan,
You?
do you want to have a go, Layla?
You, not me.
I feel like you could have a go, Layla.
No, thank you.
We can get
Big, strong half orc like that might not mind conversation with a young lady.
Then he'd be a pervert.
Works in our favour. But we can
Do
try
I get
it.
to drink the vodka?
He might drink it with you. But then your inhibitions are going to go down a bit and you might not want to risk that. He is a half orc.
No,
Following
my
in Mommy's
dad.
footsteps.
No, my dad would tell me not to. I'm sorry.
Okay, so nobody else? You all going to make me talk to the scary half orc miner? Okay.
Seems that way.
Would you rather
If I
me
say-
talk to him?
God no.
There you go.
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Do you have the conversation?
I'll give you the bottle of fucking vodka.
I'll take it.
Find out whether. Did you find out any other locations? Or other people?
Yeah, a few more people. But by the sounds of it, the rest of them are at home. So
You
Yeah,
want to
out
find
of the 3 he mentioned, Heinrich was the only one in the bar, and he gave
know.
the house
Well-
of Anor, but he didn't say where Rictor was.
we'll do the house as a our presence might be enough to get them talking. But I feel like this man, it doesn't want the presence.
Okay. I would say an entire group of people showing up on his door is not going to be best, but 1 or 2.
Not necessarily, but we need information, and he's not drinking, so he's probably going to be more open to us trying to fix the issue. This half orc is,
Well,
by the looks of it, already a few deep.
you say that this one person's the only one that's seen this creature, right?
Nope,
Not-
we
not
got
the
told that these are the ones who were just there. I think the guy who's at home saw it.
Yes, but did you not say something about he got the claim to the mine?
We haven't said
No.
anything.
I'm presuming you're telling everything that came back, but if you're not going to say that, then my theory can just sit in the sidelines.
No, I'm just, like, the way I
Brilliant.
see it is we've came away from the conversation with him, we've just gone, right, this bloke knows something, he wants to talk to him.
Okay, then silence it is.
Cass can fill in the blanks when we're out at the bar.
Yeah, I will say you get filled in eventually by Varg, as Cass is the one who was offered to take the bottle of vodka and has made her way over. It's a 5-seater table with 1 chair currently empty that's to the
Before I
left.
go there,
Yeah?
I see what kind of game they're playing, Danny.
Make a quick perception check.
And I'd assume me and Evan are going to post up relatively close, but not making it obvious.
Yeah, you're within a round's worth if need be. You've never... Well, you may have played it before, but it's a game called Three Dragon Ante, where you secretly roll dice, starting with the larger numbers and going down, and make bets at each step. The one with the highest total wins.
Okay, on my way, I'll kind of nip out the door and then back in again. And whilst I'm outside, I'm going to quickly channel divinity to be good with the dice set.
Okay.
So I will use
Fucking
proficiency.
cheat.
It's not cheating if it's godly intervention.
And then obviously taking the getting the vodka on the way back, and I'll go and kind of
Yeah.
stand up to the table and go, room for 1 more.
There's an agreement. Buying's a copper. Sure.
I'll put a copper in.
Yeah. The way it works, mechanically speaking, is roll a d12, a d8, then a d6 going down, and essentially you're trying to bluff. You've got a bigger total than the others.
Yeah. What I would like to do, Danny, if it's okay, is purposely, because I am good at it now, be middle of the road. As in, I don't want to win and I don't want to lose dramatically.
Okay.
I just want to be right in that sweet spot that shows
So,
that I'm
rather
either a
than
threat.
rather than actually rolling the dice, we will have it at that then, because I'll say you've got the ability to do that.
Yeah, I just basically want to be not a threat, but also at the same time not a weak, somewhere in the middle.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But you sit on the left of Heinrich, and accompanying him is 3 other humans and you. All look to be miners, all look to be fairly stocky and well built. They, happily enough, allow you into the game and start playing. So, what, you don't seem like you're from round here. And this is Heinrich speaking. Bit slurry, but nothing too bad. Where are you from?
I'm from another continent, but are you from round here?
Ah, yeah. I live a few houses away.
What do you do then?
I was a miner. But, given the mine shot, not at the minute.
What happened?
Things showed themselves in the mine. Not nice things. Yeah.
That sounds awful. Would you like a drink?
If you're offering, sure.
Of course. And I just kind of push.
Yeah, he's got like a like a whiskey tumbler glass sort of size, and you can just pour some in as time goes on. He downs it in one.
I just carry on talking to him, and I'm just kind of like, oh, so did you grow up around here? Like, what are some of your interests? I'm basically kind of not
Utter the
urging him,
fucker
but
up.
almost there.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting until the point where I assume that he's drunk enough that I'm going to be able to get information.
Takes not very long, considering he was already a few in. And he's actively trying to get drunk, so he's essentially purposely failing his con saves.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's a little strong.
No, I meant, are you actually okay?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know, when we were speaking earlier, you'd mentioned about horrible in the bottom.
Yeah, I remember.
Danny, I'm really sorry, I can barely understand you.
Oh, can ya?
Yeah, like I can barely understand you.
I will go to normal for it.
Thank you just for this. I can assume that he's slow.
In person, it would have been easy to hear, but yeah.
What was it you said again?
Yeah, I remember.
Was it a monster of some kind?
I didn't see it, but it spoke in my head and made me do things I didn't want to do.
Like what?
Made me flee. Couldn't control my legs. Couldn't even see it.
You couldn't see?
It was speaking to me in like a madman, saying all sorts of things. I couldn't understand it. It was babble, like a madman.
When you were with it, was it that it was invisible in the room with you? Or just nearby and affecting you?
I don't know. Didn't see it. Couple of the boys came running. I wanted to see what it was and started running as well. It was shouting all sorts at me.
What?
Telling people to leave. Something about a person, I don't know. Something about rocks. Something about leave him alone. Go away. Just a lot of babble.
Wait. So, when it was babbling about this person, do you remember any details?
I'm gonna make him roll. And it'll be disadvantage because drunk.
Orc no remember.
No, I don't know. He was on about master. That was it. That's it. I'm slipping into the voice again. I was gonna get to a point where you couldn't hear me again.
No, that was fine. We can still understand you.
Yeah, I know, but it was gonna eventually go all the way. I was slowly. It was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Control yourself, man.
I'm about to say, I mean, it was very much like your French was slipping into Russian a couple of times with the elf.
Yeah, I clocked that as well, but never
Oh.
I have a wandering voice. You've got an accent, Sponge. I've got a wander.
Oh no, I wonder as well if I don't have something to focus on.
Yeah, but no. He points out that it mentioned a lot of different things, and it was babbling incoherently for the most part, and it was screeching at him, and a lot of it. And he was in a panic because not being able to control his body.
I'm sorry. When it mentioned its master, did it say a location where it might be?
Mm-mm. It was saying
How
about
did this...
master told him to do this and do this. He did.
To do what?
I don't know. That's what he kept repeating non-stop.
Where was it when you encountered this?
In the new mine shaft that Foreman asked us to do. We were working on the new mine shaft for about a week. Anor went down with the explosives as he's good with it. And after the detonation, it all went to shit.
Oh look, catching them beholders then.
It's just the one
It's just
beholder.
the one beholder, actually. As I kind of see that conversation finish, I just want to put my hand on Cass's shoulder and we're going. Come on. I think we've got enough.
I'll get up then.
Yeah. The other people who were
homie's
playing
giving us
dice
a
with him
lot
have
of shit.
since left, and it's literally became a conversation just one-on-one, because as you drew his attention more and more, the other guys got a bit bored and left him.
I'm going to put a gold piece in front of him as we walk off, because it's like, the homie's just lost his job and he's struggling a bit. Fuck it.
That's no, he takes it and kind of, thank you.
I was about to say, yeah, you've a gold and an 8 silver bottle of vodka for him.
Yeah.
I think he's doing well for the day.
Oh no, he is.
No, yeah, no, he's happy.
That's what I want from him.
But what you got to think,
So-
a week for a normal person is a silver a week, so you've just gave him 10 weeks worth of
No, exactly.
money.
I know,
So
that's what I mean. Like, he hasn't got a job. He's struggling a bit. Let's just.
no, that's really fucking good.
So after that, I assume Cass is now scribbling down everything he said as fast
Pretty
as she can. Talk to Persephone. Yeah, Persephone. So, has Persephone heard anything else while this has all been going on? Like, other than our conversation, obviously.
Not really. Very quickly, the room is just becoming a drunken cesspit.
Yeah. Okay,
It's raucous,
so in which
it's
case,
rowdy.
That one. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely so.
Persephone, are you good to come with us to the house then, or do you want to stick in here and see what happens?
I'll join you.
Okay. Is everybody else happy to go? Since we've now pestered the 2 people that are actually in here.
I'd like to go to the library, if that's okay.
Okay, well, are you sure before we speak to the other guy? Because he might give us more information that you can search.
How about I'll go, and then when you get that information with Layla, send her my way.
Okay.
I've got
Anybody else want to go with Cass?
a theory.
Why is Layla not going with Cass? Just out of interest.
Because we can tell you what to tell her.
Yeah, you're intelligent. You'll pick it up. Right, be right back in a second, guys.
Okay.
Does
Is
anybody
that
else want
Rose
to
or
go
Cass
with her?
going?
Rose.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, with that little bit of information, Danny, from that conversation, figured out what it is.
Put your
and
meta
I
back in your
love it.
underwear.
Yeah, put your meta away, Michael.
Hey, I'm not saying anything else. I've figured out what it is, and I love it.
So, does
Well,
anybody want to go
hopefully
cast?
you're right.
Dia, Effany, Theon, anybody? Or are we all good to go to this house and pester the poor sod?
I want to go to the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody called to go to the house?
to the house.
Evan, are you going to go with Cass?
Yeah, I'll stick with Cass.
Okay.
Okay.
So Evan and Cass go towards the library. Everyone else, you remember the path. Well, Varg, you remember the path that was explained. Following third house from the right, door with the anchor. It's a very small shack. The door is a bit smaller than you'd probably have expected, but you knock it, and a few moments later, there's a. Who is it?
Oh, what do we call ourselves? We're here under the skulls.
Okay, one moment. And he opens the door,
I
and
didn't
you,
realise Stu was there.
and you see a small gnomish figure open the door.
Oh, it's a gnome.
What was the guy's name again that the guy
Anor.
told us? Are you Anor?
Yeah? Who are you? I don't recognize any of you.
We've been hired to fix the problem at the mines, and we're seeking out information before we go into it, just in case. And we were told that you were the one who saw the thing.
Yeah, that thing was fucked up.
Do you mind if we come in and talk about it? We don't mind. You know.
Sure. Just watch your head on the door. Bigger people like you hit their heads.
Is this a gnome-sized building?
It's somewhere in between. It's smaller than a human-sized, but it's not gnome-sized.
Jesus Christ.
It's slightly scaled down. It's like a really awkward in between.
So I'm gonna have to basically like bend all the way over to get in.
You can stand up inside, but to get through the door frame, you're gonna have to
Okay.
dip your head.
So I'll dip in and I'll kind of kneel, so I'm not sitting down. Just like I'm
Yeah.
probably still taller than him.
Oh,
but
fuck yeah. He looks about 3 foot,
right.
but you're all led in. He shuts the door behind you. So, what do you want to know?
So I'd kind of nudge Layla to get ready to start taking notes, or I would start taking. I don't mind either way. But yeah.
Layla's
so,
on note taking.
Okay.
She's minute
So
taker.
we've already had a talk with some people about what's happened down there, but what we want to know is what the creature looked like. That's our main thing for you at the moment.
It flew. It was just like a big mass of flesh with tendrils and eyes and teeth. It was fucking ugly.
Was it a particular color? Was it a particular size?
It had blue, like scaly flesh. It was about as big as me if I was fat as fuck. It was about my
Was
height,
it
but it
when it
floated
spoke-
about 6 or so foot off the ground.
We were told that it spoke not necessarily with its mouth, but through its head.
It did
it
both.
speak to you physically?
It did
Okay.
both.
Was it
But-
speaking in like common, or was it
I
speaking
don't
something
know
else
what
and you
it-
understood?
I didn't understand what it said. It was
Okay.
speaking all sorts of gibberish, and then it started speaking in my head, and I could understand it, and it was pretty creepy.
Were any of the miners like wounded during the attack?
No, I think I was the only one that saw it directly. I set the explosives, we drilled the holes. When I went to check to make sure everything was safe, there was like this pocket of earth that was open, and it came out. It started shouting and babbling, letting off all these different things, and I fucking ran like I wasn't gonna stay for that.
Were there any more? Is there anything that you think we should know?
It did carve a hole in the wall with one of its weird eye fucking things.
Okay. So
So don't
It's got
get
a nasty
hit by
eye.
it. Its teeth look fucking sharp too, so My bet is it's got a nasty bite. But I'm not fucking going back. Not until I see it dead. Fuck that.
And I'd kind of look at Layla and see if she'd got all the notes down, which I'd assume she had.
Yeah.
She's drawing it like a police
Okay.
sketch.
No, the teeth are a bit more spiky. Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay,
it.
no, that to be fair, that works. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'll
that would
kinda
actually
put
work.
it-
Make
I'll
a
put it to the group.
sleight of hand check just to see how accurate you can draw it.
I'd also write down what he said then.
It has
Yeah. I'm labeling it.
No, it
Yeah.
has the general shape, but it's not accurate. But you've drew a ball with lines coming off it and loads of eyes and teeth.
My God, even all my rolls are terrible today.
Okay, but I'll annotate as well just to add on to it. So it said this. Okay, so is there any questions anybody else think we should ask while we're here?
Did it tell you its name?
That's
No.
a good point. Did you hear what it was referring to when it talked about its master?
I mean, I didn't stick around for too long. I ran the fuck away. It shouted about it doing stuff for its master or something, and that I needed to leave, I needed to go away.
Any notable things it said? Anything that would be worth looking into, whether it be a name or maybe a place or just anything?
I mean, it sounded like the village idiot. If I'm honest, it sounded really creepy, but it looked a little more violent. I didn't stay. Fuck that. It was shouting after me as I was running, saying, like, that should be running and that's good and don't come back and...
Anybody else want to ask anything before we leave? Persephone, Dia, Theon?
Does he seem scared, this guy?
Insight check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Too hard to read.
I quit Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
Phil?
No, he's too hard to read and you're not sure.
To me, it just sounds like a bard telling a funny, from Layla's experience with her dad.
But
she knows
everyone
that...
copes in different ways.
Fair. Okay.
Anybody else? Dia? Dia's gone, okay. Persephone?
No.
Theon?
Nah.
Really? I thought you'd be into this kind of creepy, weird shit.
Would you have any recollection of seeing anything like this before?
Make a history check?
Prodding Theon into a brain blast, he's like, whoa!
No. You haven't
No.
seen a creature like this before.
Okay.
It's a shame 'cause that was a good roll
Well,
too.
It was.
Thank you for your time. I'd give him
Yeah.
a gold piece too, and hope, give it to him, but kind of see if he had a reaction or if he was going to, loosen up a bit first.
It's kind of like, oh shit, that's a lot of money to just drop in my hand. Shit, thanks. Give it a kick
appreciate
from me,
that.
will ya?
We'll see what we can do. Thank you. And then
And he
leave.
will, yeah, he'll lead you out. Make a deck save to not bump the door with your head.
Yep.
No, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, you all leave and he kind of shuts the door. And you hear shuffling and scuttling inside as he leaves from the door. Layla
Okay, so
heads off to the library with all the notes.
is it even worth seeing the last guy now that we've got that much information?
Well, you don't know
I feel
where
like
he
this
is. You don't know
might
what he
be
looks
enough.
like. You
Well,
don't
yeah,
know-
and that, but well, it's just the four of us now. So should we go to the library too, or do you guys want to do something else?
I'm going to pop to the blacksmith.
Okay. Well, as you do
Theon,
that,
Dia?
go on.
Dia's still dead.
Okay. Well, before blacksmith, we'll go to the library because Rosie's back. with Layla's extra notes. Rose. Cass and Evan have both gone to the library together to do some research. I presume you have an idea of what you're looking for?
Movie things.
I'm actually just going to sit and think for a minute.
Okay.
So start connecting the dots. And every now and then you'll just see Cass gets up and goes and looks for another book and comes back down and starts to go. Something doesn't seem right.
Okay. You.
Sorry.
Yeah, you think.
I thought Evan was with me.
No, Evan is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did say, yeah, what do you think?
Oh, we didn't hear you say that, but carry on, sorry.
What seems out of place?
If there was something like this down there, I mean, for something to be able to talk into your head, it's quite scary, meaning that this thing is very, very dangerous. Why is it only happening now?
They broke into its home.
Or they stumbled across somebody else's and it's a trap, like an illusion of some sort.
It could be, or it could be, well, like I say, they broke into an area. It could be an illusion, or it could be a guardian.
Or it could be like an image of some sort. I mean, there are ways to trick the mind. Didn't Heinrich, didn't he say that if the minds didn't open up, they would have to start bringing it in from other places?
That's entirely, yes. There is the possibility that it could be a trick from someone else.
It could be espionage.
It could be. It could
I
also
just
be
don't
an action.
think that if this thing was that mad in the way that the Half-Orc said, they would have been hearing it for months and months. If that thing had been there, why would it only start chattering when we opened a door?
Probably because we opened the door. It was perfectly fine while the door was closed. Open the door and then it goes, "You're not supposed to open that door."
Yeah, but that's saying that it's following logic. If it's that mad, it wouldn't follow any sort of logic of the door's now open, so now I
It was
react
well,
to it.
was it not ranting and raving about a master?
See,
Really quickly, sorry, I'll be back in 1 second while you guys are discussing this.
it was, which I don't know, it's just not adding up perfectly in my head. It just seems a little bit off. I mean,
Let's say you are remembering that this creature is apparently crazy. Are we trying to apply logic? Are we trying to apply logic to crazy?
exactly. At the end of the day, why did they not hear it before? That thing must, if it's got the abilities that they said it had, they would have been hearing that thing in their heads for months. It would have been attacking them. It just seems really...
Again, that could be the case. It could be espionage, or it could just be that it was happy with the big wall blocking the way.
It can be either. I think we need to explore all options. I'd like to see what that area's like, if there's any other locations, because if they were about to stumble into a master's lair, as it were, I don't think it's safe for us to go in there if this thing is actually what it is.
Well, maybe we should try and look into it and its kind and see if we can't find anything.
I just don't think it's... And she'll go back to reading again.
I'm back.
Okay, so we'll try and... Yeah, so we're going to keep trying to look into it. So,
Okay.
given the general description that we believe it might be a beholder of some kind, can we specifically go and try and look for books of anywhere around the region of stuff like beholders?
Yeah, I just will warn the limitations of the
yeah.
public library that you're in.
I know.
Exactly.
But just look-
Yeah.
I won't. I'm pretty certain at this point that it's a beholder and what it might be. I would like to look into local reputation, as in, I want to look into accounts of local kind of commerce. I want to look into the actual kind of layout of this area, see if there's been any historical places of significance, that kind of thing, really, rather than specifically about.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I will say with
Okay,
advantage if Evan is helping.
Well, Evan's doing his own separate thing, but yeah, bear with
Okay.
me just 1 second.
So are you looking up the beholder thing yourself as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so make
How
an investigation.
far away
check.
was the foreman from the town, by the way?
It's in the town because he's in
No,
the
you're
tavern.
on about the guy who lived outside of the mine.
Yeah, you spoke to him already.
Oh.
That was the
No,
elf.
Anor, sorry, lived just on the outside of the town, like just on the very edge.
25.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
And Evan.
I wish I could roll that high.
The problem is, Evan, there just simply isn't any books or bestiaries documenting any beholder-like creatures. And it's just a limitation of the library, not your ability to investigate. However, Kaz, there is a number of significances in history and historic financial notes and different buildings and factions and trade groups. Are you looking for anything in particular, like relating to the mine, or just generally?
If this mine wasn't utilised, what would be the next mine that would start feeding into the town?
It would probably be from Brew Bunyan. Yep.
Any reference to anybody that we've spoken to being from that location in local, information?
Like
with-
census.
With the people
Yeah.
that you've spoken to, there is no direct connection to that town.
Even like, somebody is from the area or related to somebody from that area or has money involved in the
Not
company?
that you can gather. There is ties with Colossal Taiga. A couple of the workers that you spoke with have family up north, but not across the canals into the east.
I'm more looking for if somebody would benefit if these mines weren't working.
The person it would affect the worst, obviously, is the foreman. A number of the workers, while would struggle, in theory, would
Benefit.
would
As in,
move.
I want to see
Um,
if somebody has stakes in these other companies.
From what you're looking at and what's available to you, you can't find anything to corroborate anything like that. There are connections in terms of trading. There are a number of smiths that do import ores locally, some that import from further afar, but that's more to do with having more diverse minerals in the ground in Brew compared to Fiidlemore.
And then on the other turn, I want to look for basically if there are historical accounts of, there being bunkers underground,
Okay.
towers around this area, anything along them kind of lines of, there used to be this bad guy here, or there used to be this great thing here, that kind of thing. I'm
Yeah,
looking for
anything that
this
was
local
underground and hidden away, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
and I will say it's about as you're starting to look into this, and I'll let you do it when Layla joins with the information that she's got for you.
Yeah, perfect
Cool.
drawing that is in Discord.
Have you actually drawn it?
I like it.
No,
So
no,
who's coming?
that's the art from the original edition.
Yeah. So
And this
who-
is where it
who's
isn't
coming-
that, and that's just fucked us.
Yeah.
But roll a investigation, please.
Okay. With.
Michael laughs in meta.
This is why I specifically said I would be taking the notes extra, saying this is what the man described. Layla's just drawn it like this.
Okay.
I know.
There are no documentation or recognition of any underground bunkers or holds, ruins, temples, forts. Nothing of that description in the area at all. that you can find. The only things that seem to go underground are natural occurring caverns and cave systems and mines.
Okay, lastly then, with the information that Varg and Layla bring... Oh, that's if Varg and Layla are actually... Is it just Layla who's coming?
No, I believe everyone's coming.
Cool.
Well, no, because Stephanie went to the blacksmiths, and I was just kind of leaving it open-ended for the rest of everybody else.
Okay.
I assume everyone then. So, using that information, I'll now look into not just beholders, but creatures in general that use telepathy or deep speech, that are a big ball floating, all that kind of stuff, or have the ability to create that kind of image.
Okay. Investigation check.
And also, I'd like to specifically look for potentially the area, like their habitat that they'd be found in.
Yeah.
Usually. Thank you. Bear with me.
Oh.
It's half a mile underground, doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't seem that close to the Underdark, but it could be.
I was going to ask the puppy, but the puppy wouldn't fucking tell me.
Okay, definitely. Given the description, it more and more solidifies itself in your mind as a beholder, and creatures similar to that pretty much are exclusive to the Underdark with very, very rare exceptions. It's, while possible, improbable. And if it is, it's highly unusual for it to be where it is. And you're gathering this information from different bardic stories of heroes who stormed the Underdark and fought great evils and slew many creatures, including those that match the description of beholders. But from what you find, it's highly unusual for one to be surface bound or surface near in this case.
I'm kind of sitting there. Can I do like a retroactive kind of insight check? I'm trying to sit through and I'm like, was that foreman actually seeming like he was telling the truth?
Okay.
It seemed like he was actually trying to... Because I don't remember him being that upset, to be honest.
Okay.
Even saying losing money. I just want to kind of like sitting there thinking, and I'm just trying to piece things together in my head, like this kind of jigsaw coming together, as it were.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Bear with.
You want me to put a bottle of Coke?
Oops.
Yeah, given
really great rolls and really bad rolls.
Given the mixture of emotions he may or may not be feeling, you're unable to gauge his perception, but given from what he said, he has a very dismissive mindset to the miners in general.
Evan? Remember that time when somebody realised that they didn't like their job anymore in the forestry place, and so they decided to create a story, and it recorded it in the forests in the north.
Yeah, I remember quite a few people having to spend 2 months searching through that forest.
I think this might be the same case. And I start looking at everybody and start eating backwards and forwards. It's not where it's supposed to be. It should have been, infecting people's minds. If this thing was as horrible as what they said, why would they send us? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
They don't know what it is, that's why they're asking us.
The information is in the books in their local library.
It's not their job to find out that information, though.
It might not be their job to find that information, but At the end of the day, they've hired somebody that has only done one mission for them. This is the kind of thing for elite guards. These things are scary. Like, they will murder us while we stand. I just don't think it's real.
If you're going to make a claim like that, you have to be sure about it.
Well, I know 2 people that can follow somebody quite in depth. Maybe have a look, just to check into these people.
So you want Gravel and Persephone to possibly do a little follow?
Let's have a little bit of a look, see if anybody goes to, well, somewhere strange, or even if they go home. And I don't really condone breaking and entering if they're doing bad things. Told about it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
How dangerous is this thing if it's real?
It's so dangerous that it will murder anybody it comes across. That thing
So
will
it's fair to
just-
say we don't have a chance.
we die the second it saw us. If it
Okay.
really wanted to get rid of us, I'm surprised these men are still living.
So we'll send Persephone and Cravala to look into those people. In the meantime, let's create a dossier that we can give to them and say we're politely going to decline the job because we don't think that anybody can do this. However, we might still get paid for putting the effort in to give them the intel.
I think that's an excellent idea. If it is real, we shouldn't get involved. We are nowhere near strong enough. These things obliterate armies.
And if it's fake, as you suggest, then
We can go with the information we have.
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody else goes in, investigate it, and it's thing. It's one of those.
No,
things
no, no.
that-
If it's fake, we will deal with this. If it's not, we need to take a step back.
So maybe we give it tonight. Let Cravala and Persephone go and investigate.
Make a quick history check. Cass as well.
I don't know. I
By
don't
the
know
end of
this area.
tomorrow, we're going to have 1 day to do it.
No, make
so
a quick history
gotta
check
make
for me,
sure.
please.
Okay. With.
She's gonna roll shit because Danny wants her to know something.
Well, it's just something that I think Cass would be mostly intelligent enough to put together, which she is. Your drawing of information of beholders is... They are rather large creatures.
Mm-hmm.
The description Anor gives contradicts that quite considerably. He claimed it to be about as wide as he's tall, which is about 3 foot. That's like a quarter the size of what you'd expect. It's also interesting to point, just as a thing to point out, that details aren't matching up. They're in the ballpark, but they're off.
They'd convince. So I say this and I go, they'd convince somebody that it was scary, but it seems like everybody's too focused on beating the living crap out of each other rather than actually investigating into something horrific. It's not. It just doesn't match up. I think we take, Persephone and Cravala to go in and investigate, if that's okay with you two, and then use that information, put together a plan, and either solve the mystery.
But what are we going to learn by going and following random drunkards home? Wouldn't it be
They're
better
not
for us to
random
just sneak into the mines and have a look ourselves?
No, because if the thing is real, it will melt the skin off your face.
It didn't. Did it not? It didn't follow anyone. They say, didn't it? It just made
it
them run
didn't.
away.
It locked eyes with Anor, basically spouted a load of gobbledygook abuse and told it to fuck off, basically.
This is it. If that thing was really what it said it was, it's not the right size, it doesn't match the actual genuine description, and if that thing was real, why would it have bothered of saying go? It would have just murdered them. They are miners, they're not guards. Why would it bother? If it's that crazy, they would be dead. But they're not.
Maybe he thinks they're so beneath him to actually kill them.
I'm sorry, but yesterday we killed all those spiders.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing.
but the spiders were killing us because, well, the spiders were attacking us because the Eticat wanted us to attack. This thing could think that it's so above the miners when they came in, it couldn't even be asked to kill them, it just told them to leave. That's about as much effort as it wanted to give them.
How far away is the mine shaft, Danny?
From where you are now?
Mm-hmm.
Half hour, 40-minute walk. Because you've got to go outside of town and then about half hour outside of town. Because it's one of the... If you look on the map, you see slightly to the west, the mountain range that's there. It's kind of just in front of that where it's been dug down to go under that mountain.
How's the dog doing?
Hasn't reacted.
Has it started to listen to me a bit more?
It's always listening to you. It's whether it pays attention enough to respond. But it is always aware of its surroundings. It's just whether it responds or not.
I'll kind of give it... Like, I don't want to fucking, like, talk to the weapon, but kind of just, like, you know, offhandedly tell it what we're dealing with to see if the ghost has any kind of reaction to it, or the spirit, rather.
Roll... Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Since this is what my little boy is meant to be doing. Perception... What was it? Persuasion?
Persuasion with advantage. Do you look at the weapon while you're doing it, or are you just saying it in your head to communicate with the weapon directly that way?
Probably through my head.
Okay. You kind of, without hearing anything, but you hear the presence of it, you feel its presence in your mind as you're kind of trying to open a communication line. You explain the outlines. It goes silent. And just the words... Kill. Your orders are to kill.
That's helpful.
This is part of your duty.
Sorry, duty or duty?
This is in his head.
Yeah,
Okay. Right. In which case,
And you're not
kind
there.
of on the backtrack. Then I'll stay quiet and in my head and just be like, well, if this is my duty, what is it? For me to kill it, I need to know what it is.
Stolen magic. Kill.
Sounds like orders from on high.
What kind of stolen magic?
It's not currently at a level where it can ascertain it in depth. It goes on to explain. It just semi-repeats the same sort of thing that this is your job. You kill stolen magic. This is stolen magic.
Okay. Well, Varg will be a little bit moody, but
it's got
he'll...
the similar communication capabilities the giant spider did earlier.
Yeah.
At
okay,
later
well,
levels, it might be able to hold a proper conversation. Even later levels, it might even know multiple languages.
I'll be a little bit frustrated, but I think it'd be good enough information to say, well, I can tell you all that this is the kind of thing I'm hunting, which means that magic doesn't belong to it. Or rather, this isn't a being that should be.
So, I'm sorry?
Exactly what I said. Whatever this thing is, it's stolen.
Can I try contact my patron?
You are
Yeah.
calling your parents.
And what are you saying to your patron?
What? Do we have any insight of what's in the mines?
You think for a moment, and you hear a silent but very faint chuckle.
Right.
You must prove your worth once more before you earn my grace of information. Remember your place and don't toe the line.
You're stealing time out.
Yeah.
Borderline about to contact my fucking god. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, what you got to remember, the pup is semi-through. Is the god
know,
talking
but-
through the dog to a degree?
Can I call my parents?
Holy shit.
Okay,
Mum, what is
Oh,
this?
okay, here we go. Here we go.
go on.
Hey, Mum. There's a creature. Blue scales, big teeth, talks to people in their head. 3 feet tall. I paused the spell. Have I missed any important details?
Multiple eyes.
Explain where it is.
Multiple eyes in a mine.
As a master,
Has a master.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
pretty much.
Do we want to mention about Varg
No.
saying? Oh no, he didn't.
It-
You didn't
it's
actually
cut
say it,
off.
so then-
You've hit the 25.
Oh.
As a master was the last one.
Morgan and Blackjack, you received this message at a point.
Who's answering?
Either one of you.
Morgan, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Right. Different headspace. Here we go. 3 foot tall. And they're calling it Beholder. Stay away. It's not safe.
We
Ugh,
never
such
said
a
Beholder.
mum answer.
We never said
You've got 10
beholder.
words left.
Oh, never said Beholder, sorry.
We never said the word beholder. We said multiple eyes. That was it.
Multiple eyes. Oh, okay. Let me revise that
Okay.
then. Okay.
From the top.
I'll say it again.
Say it again now.
Hello, Layla. What is it called? In what mines where? Do you need help?
Mum.
12 words.
Morgan ends the spell there.
Okay. You can't
she's
send
one of
you
those.
can't send a second message
Yeah.
because you've only got one cast to it.
And then you get another one going. Also, if it says, oh, you didn't say solar magic. Ah, really restrictive.
That was all in Varg's head.
No, I did say to the party though that whatever
yeah,
this
but
is
that
solar
didn't
magic.
go in. That didn't go into the message.
Didn't go.
I tried. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can do that. Do you have any more information? Now you can respond to this message.
Yeah.
Or send it as well.
So now you have an ability to respond to the sending that was cast from her sending stone.
Okay, before I respond, can someone run me down on what it is I need
No,
to say?
it is. You've got to respond pretty much right away.
Okay. It's stolen magic. They're saying it's a beholder. That's my cat.
I fucking counted those words then. I had to retract them. I counted it's my cat.
I counted the meow meow. That was eight so far.
9, no, she said 10, she said ah.
Not counting those.
I am.
We're being paid to kill it.
Need help.
Cass thinks. Wait, has Cass told us that she thinks it might be a?
Yeah, I've been ranting for a full 20 minutes at this point about how I think it's fake.
Cass thinks it might be fake. Maybe a ploy. to
Gone.
Help, Mom.
Gone.
You're my only hope.
Oh, I didn't tell her which mine. She asked me which mine. Oh, Mom. I shouldn't have left home. I wasn't ready.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh god, that got me right in the chest.
I still live at home in real life. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Whereas this character's just trying to get all that anxiety out now.
Mhm.
Right, so Morgan's been told it's a beholder.
We think it might be, but we also think it might be fake.
Right.
I was going to say, Morgan wouldn't know what a beholder is without having to research first.
Oh, I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah.
Morgan knows everything.
It's not inside her wheelhouse. Like, she knows a lot of things about a lot of things.
Oh, I don't know. I think given the situation with mind flayers and shit, she a bit more
Oh,
of
yeah.
the bizarre things over the years.
Yeah. No, it won't take long. It'll take like an hour, I bet, given the capability she has and the resources
An hour
at her
later,
disposal.
Morgan appears in a fucking teleport.
She also
What's up?
has access to a far better library.
Yeah, Morgan just teleports an hour later, like, Missy, you ain't fighting this, you're coming home right now.
No, so you just...
And Layla goes.
No, you just hear, stay put, we're coming. And then that's the end, and we'll side swift across Sora quickly as Morgan goes running to Blackjacks and going, Layla's in trouble. We need to go.
Oh no.
Sighs in reading my newspaper, okay.
My metanoia is laughing at this point.
Really? Michael,
Yeah.
stop being meta.
Oh, I said I'm laughing at this point. Doesn't mean anything else.
Michael was
Yeah,
messaging me asking me, is it this? And I'm like, oh.
Danny, you've asked me enough questions for me to know exactly what it is.
But
Well, don't spoil it.
either way,
I'm not going to.
So yeah,
Persephone, we'll quickly come to you. You've gone to the blacksmith.
Yep.
What is it you are looking to procure yourself? Set of plate armor?
So I pull out this piece of paper and hand it to the blacksmith. On the blacksmith, the blacksmith on this piece of paper, there's a drawing of a trident,
I think away for a moment.
and it's the craftsmanship on it. Obviously, the drawing. I want it all quite like a scene on the actual main shaft and going into the actual fork itself. And I'll say to him, "Is this possible with you?"
It's possible, but it's certainly not cheap.
Not
A
cheap.
standard trident, like a couple I've got on the shelves over there, will set you back about 5 gold or so, but for the filigree and engravements you're looking for, that takes a lot of time and a lot of precise effort. That'll run you into the hundreds. Easily. And that'll be anywhere.
Oh right, okay.
To get the level of detail you're looking at, and looks over the drawings, the whole scene thing across the length of the shaft, I'd charge like 300 for that.
All right, that's giving me an idea of how much I need to save. Right, thank you very much for your time.
No, no problem. Come back if you change your mind.
Yeah, I just haven't got that gold at the moment.
No, that's fine. Just keep me
Thank
in
you.
mind.
Cheers. And I'll head off back to the tavern.
Okay. So back to the research people.
we're waiting. Layla?
My mum told me off.
Okay. You do realise we only hear one end of the conversation when you use that spell.
Oh, god damn it. Layla says everything her mum said, because...
That's such a fucking cop-out. But yeah, that's fine.
She's worried.
Yeah, she said... she's dealt with some pretty hardcore shit, and she sounded scared. Which makes me very scared, because she's not scared of anything.
Just for the record, I hope they come with us, like Blackjack and Morgan. We get to the mine and it's something really silly, and we're both like, "Oh fuck this," and just leave.
That's what I want to happen. I think it's going to be so funny.
Oh no! Then Layla's cried wolf though, and they'll never. then there'll be an actual beholder, and they'll be like, "We're not falling for this shit again."
Yeah, we're not falling for silly string on a balloon.
Layla's had a nightmare. Oh no!
But
So, yeah. I'm guessing we've got to wait. Well, we don't even have to wait an hour. We've got to just wait enough time for Morgan to research, which probably isn't very long at all.
Well, that second message of the "we're coming," I imagine, came after the hour, because that would have been her looking it up, realising what it is, and then be like, "We're coming."
Mhm.
So I'm saying the hour's gone past. It was like you guys were waiting. Like Layla was like, "She told me to wait."
I'm on hold.
And like I said, that message came through. You've reiterated that was after she's looked it up.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Few
gonna
mom-
teleport.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Another spell I need to do. Where are you?
No. You can teleport to the sending stone she has because it's a familiar object. Instant
Thank you.
success. Instant success.
Are we taking anybody else along for the ride? Blackjack?
Let's get Magog.
Is he is Matt
Matt's
about?
not here.
Oh, damn it.
Shit. I was gonna say, can you imagine Magog just walks in? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, Magog
Click,
just.
bang, bang,
Oh no, Magog just turns the corner. Boom, 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 boom. Dead. Let's go.
Bye, guys.
So yeah, Morgan and Blackjack
mean,
will teleport
Does
in.
anybody want to come along for the ride?
No.
Uncle Yasin, maybe?
Yasin's in a different existence.
Oh, well, is Tinker with him as well then?
You
At that
said
point?
No, you were living in that village.
No.
remember?
Tinker did say he would go with on the promise he could come back, so he's gone as well. The only people that stayed was Magog, Daryl, Brogan. No, Brogan went as well. No, Brogan went with. Yeah, you said you went with them on the
he?
promise to come back, the same as Tinker did.
I don't think he did. I don't remember
think
Brogan
Magog
saying it.
did, but Brogan didn't.
Yeah,
I
but
was gonna say, I don't remember
but either
Brogan
way,
saying
no, just you two. Dropping. I'm letting you drop level 20s into a
that.
level
Just
2
wanted a
moment.
reunion.
No,
So yeah, all of a sudden it's like
they're all having diarrhea and can't come with.
They have their shots, so they can't
Daryl's
drop the
blowing
fucking
washers
stuff.
at this point.
so. There's kind of like this sensation in the room of that feels like static electricity, and then there's just like a faint kind of pop sound in like the ears, and then Morgan and Blackjack are standing there right in front of Layla.
And Cass and Evan would recognise the people.
I kind of look over at Evan and go, like, I give him the look of, oh, so those are our parents, kind of deal. Have you met them before?
I kind of doing that thing of just like, how?
And you remember the last time you saw them, they had a baby in their arms, and it was a long time ago, and you figure that that baby you saw was Layla.
Oh,
Wee baby.
You then see Layla as just this innocent little babby in Morgan's arms.
no.
It's kind of one of those things of, oh yes, mayflies.
Yeah.
Good thing Blackjack bought a lot of money to give to Layla.
No. No.
Because I'm a noble now.
No.
Could all look,
Everybody
Layla, I'm
gets
going. You seem to get into a lot of trouble, so you and your friends get to dip into this armory that I brought with me.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all these magical items.
No, you brought nothing of the sort.
Damn it.
Oh.
You think? You think
Remember,
misbehaving for a guy?
Morgan and Blackjack want Layla to thrive on her own without too much help. So you're not going to bring too much.
No.
You're not going to bring
Morgan
too many
and
crutches.
Blackjack want their daughter to survive. Thank you.
Exactly.
Danny.
You're not going to give her a crutch, though. You're not going to give her crutches to fucking deal with it.
We're taking the piss, don't worry.
Yeah.
For me.
A bit of pocket money, though, I wouldn't say no to.
Fuck off, Layla, we gave you money.
Can I give her just like 50 gold pieces before we
No!
leave? Just 50.
That would be... Just 5 would be nice at this point.
No!
Gold for every
God,
penny.
all of you.
Can I give her a cheese sandwich that I was eating before we left?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. I love cheese sandwiches.
You can also give her the afternoon Maltasaura Gazette.
Oof. I don't care about the news.
You can give her the sports section. You're
Right.
done with that one.
Yeah, Thron got killed in a fucking football accident.
No, Thrawn, my baby boy.
I'm not there to do any
Tripped and
resurrection.
fell on his own legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, The
Laws
group
more likely to
sees
get
these
hurt than
two
drunk.
people of very obvious significant power.
I think Brogan didn't go back actually.
Well,
I thought Magog.
it's
went.
no, I'm pretty sure Brogan, Magog stayed because he developed the armor unit of
No, I
Motosaur.
thought Magog said he was coming back.
Yeah, Magog went. Brogan didn't.
Oh, okay. But either way,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
neither here nor there for now. But yeah, you all see these two imposing figures, one made of metal, one made of skin, decorated in fine robes and clothing, and just breathe that air of power.
So what the fuck is going on?
Hi, Mum.
Oh,
Sit
hello,
down,
Layla.
please.
These are my friends. I made some friends. I've seen the world. I'm ready to come home if you think I've proven myself now.
Well, I think you're about to walk into something very, very dangerous.
But, Mum, growth. I called you.
Yeah, that's true. So, can you describe this thing a little bit better?
Rude.
What?
Ask, they're
kind of
cleverer than
Morgan
me.
just stops for a second and smiles and goes, "Sorry," and then gives Layla a hug.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Aw. I'm fine.
Awesome content.
Good.
I got this
I'm gonna
cute
sit down.
necklace.
It is cute.
It's a bit of a tattered silver necklace with a tarnished garnet in.
But it means something to Layla. It means something.
Hmm.
So, yeah. And she kind of, Morgan looks down at all the books and goes, are you researching again?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Ask. This is Cass. Oh no, how are we gonna do that?
Oh no, this is going to be hilarious.
Cass
Okay.
is the clever one.
I swear, me and Morgan look at each other like, wait a sec.
Yeah. Like, do we see anything, or is it just we see a human? Two
No,
humans.
you see two humans. The name Cass doesn't immediately jump out at you. If she'd have said the full name, but she doesn't know it, that's different. But
She doesn't know that Cass is full name.
Yes, she does. She asked it.
I literally said Cass Mitore,
Oh.
but I wrote it down so I can remember it.
Damn it.
but no, go on, Rose. Have this dialogue with yourself
Oh God, here
in
we
two
go.
different characters.
So Cass kind of steps up to Morgan and goes, "Yeah, I'm as Layla explained, I'm Cass."
I'm so happy.
And this is all being recorded.
Smirks a little bit and's like, "Okay, so you're the smart one," Layla says. "Explain." And she goes, so then Cass goes, "Well, with this, I can see." I'm trying to big brain this, it's really hard. So, as you can see from here, we're suspecting it's a beholder, but it's too small. And can I just say that overall now there is this like meeting of two great minds that starts to figure this out, Danny. Like,
Yeah.
please. With their intelligence scores together, they just
By their
figure out-
intelligence combined, they make whatever Rose can think of.
Okay.
They make. a
Can
smart
Blackjack just like
person.
fuck around, throwing books around a mage hand and just like,
Yeah, sure.
oops.
Yeah. So they figure it out, kind of deal together, explaining.
Cass, not Morgan, roll a Arcana check with advantage.
Kind of with advantage. Okie dokie. bear
And I'm
with
having
me.
it done by Cass, not Morgan, because that's cheatsies.
What a shit show.
Well, because Morgan had really high levels. Also,
Yeah, because
I don't
she's
have
level
a
fucking
character,
20.
You blocked it.
I archived it, that's all I did.
Yeah, none of us have them.
Oh, can't you
updated
see
level.
them if I archive them?
Nope.
Oh.
They're gone.
I can
Right,
restore
bear
them
with
at
me.
any point, but...
Yeah, you took them off this sun.
Yeah, no, all I did was archive them to... So they're there, I can restore them, it's just they're put, like, in a vault. I thought you could still at least see them with me
Yeah.
archiving them.
No.
Is this where I take a minute to teach Layla some more fucking loot? Like, yo, come here.
From
You've
what you
upset
can,
your mom.
from what you can gather, and with mostly from input from Morgan, it is definitely a beholder, but given the variations, and Morgan would have learned that there are multiple kinds, it might not be the big badass one that, given the smaller size and such, it could be much, much easier than you're making out initially.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a sub-variation of Beholder, potentially.
So technically, Cass wasn't wrong.
No, Cass wasn't wrong. She just wasn't aware of the variations that existed. You thought Beholder
no,
and
Cass
thought, oh
is really,
shit.
Really old. Cass is really, really old. She'd be aware of the variances. It was
The
just
dice rolls,
stuff
man.
wasn't- But okay.
Yeah.
Gotta
You're
figure it
only-
out.
Yeah.
The issue is, a lot of Cassie's memories are cloudy, we'll say. And given the dice rolls, they weren't kind.
No. Okay, so yeah.
And at this realization, Morgan and Blackjack would kind of summarise between the two of them that, and looking at the people here minus Persephone, yeah, should be fine.
I reckon you've got this. That's Morgan, by the way.
Figured.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard.
Blackjack had stumped like, well, it was nice to get out the tower for a bit.
Well, you know, gotta come see our daughter every now and then. Make sure she's not, you know, wrecking shit up.
Quite well,
wouldn't.
what I can tell anyway.
No, I expect you to.
Oh, good.
Have a little fun. You're only young once.
But we did day drinking. Wait, shouldn't have. I didn't. I didn't. They did. I taught them about
Blackjack
it.
laughs profusely.
Don't fucking lie.
Don't worry, I drank a lot of your age too. Have some fun. You're only 18 once.
I met a half orc yesterday.
This earlier today, like about a couple of hours ago.
I met a half orc today.
I'm guessing this
Morgan
is all-
I have
flashbacks.
some memories of a half orc, but that is from the other Morgan. You do realise that.
Mhm.
Also, I kind of married your father, so good luck.
Don't be stupid.
Remember the tea I told you about?
Mom. Layla is like bright red.
I also
What tea is
love
she on about?
how-
Layla.
Who's asking?
Cravala.
Oh no. It's really nice breakfast tea from Multisora and
Oh, well, you'll have to make some then.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Hmm?
No,
Maybe don't do that, Layla.
I'm about to say, I'm loving the fact that when you were saying about not making sure she's okay and everything, the one comment I tried to slip in there, she's doing really well for herself, got immediately batted aside.
Don't worry about it.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to praise your daughter, she's doing quite well. Fuck it, we don't know, we don't care. Behave. That's all we can say.
They do care.
They don't care
Don't you
about
start?
they don't care about my opinion of you.
Of course they don't. They have their own.
I'm trying to verify an outside source saying you're doing quite well.
And no
Why
one
are you
gave
kissing
no
our
shit.
daughter's arse?
I'm their daughter, of course I'm doing well.
Hey, kiddo.
Michael/Evan remembers you were having a panic a few minutes ago, hoping that your parents wouldn't come and take you home because they thought you were incompetent. That's Michael out of character speaking.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, this
a
is
level
where
2 Evan's talking real fucking big in front of level 20.
I was just
Oh,
about to
that's what I
say,
said.
Morgan just firebolts him and he
That's
dies.
why I said Michael/Evan is thinking this, not is saying this.
Yeah.
I seem to remember having Disintegrate the last time I played that game, so took shit about my
Our
daughter.
word kill.
Oh,
Yeah.
goody. By all means.
I kind of can't wait for the one shot just to see what like really amazing level 20 spells we
Oh
have.
no, you wait for the one shot where every 5 minutes you're being teleported out to go and deal with fucking Layla. Or you're getting random messages halfway through the
In
session.
one shot, Layla
one-
would be less than 5 years old.
No, it's
She
true.
wouldn't be messaging us. Yeah, at
No,
all.
she'll just be grabbing at your ankles every few seconds.
So that means
Layla!
already
Play with
we've
me.
won that battle.
Uh-huh.
This timeline until it all goes to shit and Danny says there was an alternate.
Never.
Right, anyway, so back to the current.
The current campaign.
If you need our help, just call me, okay?
Well, you've given me these stones and they're great, but like, say for example, we go to the mine now and it's like, ah, shit. Turns out it is a big giant ass beholder. I can't call you again, can I?
Then let's
Yeah,
not go
sure.
today.
How about this? We will come and observe and supervise.
Or you could just offer to scry on her.
Mum, that's so embarrassing. These people think I'm a little bit cool. Like, they've seen me with my heavy crossbow. And
Oh
they've
no,
seen me with my-
Kravala is dying of laughter right now, but she's stifling it as best as she can, but she's like the other side of the table sniggering like fuck.
Wait, hold on a second.
I remember
Are you
your face.
implying that we're not cool? I thought we were
Oh,
cool.
no.
We're cool parents.
You're the absolute coolest parents ever. No one has parents as cool as mine. All I'm saying is, if you were to come and supervise, they'd think I was a baby.
You
And
are
I
a
am.
baby, though.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry about my dogs.
It's fine.
They apologise.
Bork.
Bork
They're
Muhammad
kobolds.
Jihad.
Oh, Danny.
Durker.
Really?
Oh, I'm reporting the bloody stream now.
We won't get involved, we'll just watch. It's been a while since we've been out of Multisaura.
It's nice to stretch our legs a bit.
Are you bored?
It's Multisaura, of course we are. There's only so long you can look at the fucking desert, child.
Yeah.
I thought you were happy in your retirement.
I am, but it's still boring sometimes.
And it's good to spend some time with you.
Mm-hmm. Layla wipes a small tear from her cheek.
Kind of put my arm around Layla's shoulders now and go, so to the mines then?
Seems that way.
Are we going now?
I just
I
look at
mean-
everyone. Is it okay if
we-
my parents come with us? Just to kind of supervise?
Varg sat there like every single bit of information we were playing towards is now down the drain. We're just going, okie doke.
You see,
Fuck it.
You remember that whole thing about plans, Varg, and making sure we have them?
You know what? No, this is exactly what I meant though. Like, as long as people are happy, fuck it, let's go.
Also, like, they look obviously powerful. If we get in problems, they will sort it out. This is a bit of a test for us to
This
use
is
those.
Layla's one and only get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
Honestly-
I will point out, don't expect this to happen all the time.
Oh no, it's so much fun though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so to myself was a bit weird.
Yep.
Like doing it in front of other people.
honestly, guys, they're just retired adventurers and they're s***ed.
Hey, no,
So-
hold on a minute.
I
Have
whisper.
you told them what we've done, Layla?
Yeah, I'll even... Wait, are we in the library now?
Yeah.
Can I show them the book I fixed?
Yeah. You can show them where you remove the old page and you can see it's a new page that's been put in with the more accurate details of your bardic stories that you have told many and many a times.
Anything you want to add?
Well, I mean, you did miss the bit with Brogan in it. It wasn't just me, Layla. Uncle Brogan's doing well, by the way. Thanks for
This
asking.
is where she draws like the little pyramid thing, like with Brogan written above in between two words.
Oh. Oh!
I have so many questions about what's going on in Liam's head all the time.
You don't want to know.
You don't
I got the
want to know.
Batonian background.
Right.
Okay.
Ignore
Do you
him.
know the score,
Ignore him.
Danny? Wait, Danny, do you not take to the score?
I love you, Daddy.
Just tell me later.
Okay.
But no. After discussion, it seems Morgan and Blackjack are going to be going to the mines with everyone. You gather Persephone from the tavern,
Of course.
and you make your way there. The mines are derelict and empty. Looks like they have not seen use in a number of days, maybe weeks. It's all boarded up and currently marked as a do not enter, danger.
I'd like to say that the entire journey there, Blackjack's like living in like the fucking relish of being able to do this again, just like playing the fucking lute to a bunch of people who he doesn't really know. It's been a while.
Morgan's just kind of like, as he's walking and talking and everything, hanging a little bit further back with Layla, and just like talking with her and asking about like how she got here, the travels that she's done, and just finding a little bit more information about what Layla's been up to.
Oh,
She's your mother. She cares about
Yes.
you.
she does.
Yeah.
I'd go
Then
to
also-
Hog and say, who are these two? Whisper in.
Layla's parents.
I thought they were.
Carl, you have to speak normal because
we
I
can
thought
hear you.
whispering, guys.
you just say you are whispering. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll say, I thought there was in Multisaw.
Now they're here. They weren't, and then they were, and yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't
enough.
ask. It's
Fair
I
enough.
don't know what's going on.
Hey, Danny,
Yeah.
how's the puppy reacting?
Oh.
Nice try. We already talked about this.
No.
No, we did remember.
Mm-mm,
Because of this eventuality.
I
mm-mm.
had to skew some things.
Mm.
I mean, how is the puppy reacting? Anyway.
Quiet. Unnormally quiet.
I'm not asking any questions that I don't want the answer to.
Yeah.
Like I said, I
Almost-
skewed it a bit. I'm taking
Almost
executive-
intimidated quiet.
Oh, poor doggy.
At one point,
It's one of them.
Morgan just goes-
It's not stupid. It recognises that you ain't gonna win a fight against them two, so it's not saying anything.
I wouldn't fight them
So, yeah.
anyway.
At one point, as Morgan's going along, she's like, "So, you are looking after yourself, though, right, Layla?"
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
No, I just mean in general, you know, making sure
No.
you know people.
Oh, the people I'm travelling with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're good.
This is where fucking Blackjack like shouts off his lungs. What about his crutch with that Kravaliga?
Oh, that's such a bad thing to do, is to spot the instant crush.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
no. Let me double check mine. You would have received a letter by now explaining about said crush.
That's why.
Enough time has
Hannah?
passed.
Hang on. How long?
Enough time that I predetermined it.
I thought that was going to take months to get to them.
No, I paid premium price.
She did, yeah.
Next day delivery, Michael.
Not quite next day, but
On Prime.
it has
No.
been 18 days
It has?
since she sent the letter. She sent it in Scalfa, remember, not in Fidelmore.
Yeah,
Oh,
but she sent that.
Liam, shut the fuck up.
sorry.
What is wrong with Liam?
I think he's playing Fall
No
Guys.
offense.
Hannah,
Yeah?
No, I'm not playing anything.
Quickly ask a question. Would you mind if Morgan full named you?
No?
No, cool. I just wanted to check. So at this, when obviously Blackjack pipes up about Layla's she just goes, Layla Zariel Endwick, are you kidding me? You've been out of the house for 3 months. Like, what are you playing at?
Do Cass and Evan jump slightly at that name?
Oh, well, I think everyone jumps at the name Zariel. It's a very, very well-known name in stories of old. It's a story that you hear in many bardic stories. Like, everyone knows Lucifer, everyone knows fucking Zariel. It's like, you know, there are certain devil lords and archduchesses that are just known. The only person I would argue that probably wouldn't know is Dia. Maybe Varg, but everyone else definitely.
I wouldn't say me either, because I spent most of my life underwater.
Yeah, but
you'd still have
there is
different
culture
devils.
and stories.
I'm sorry. So this is Cass. What was your middle name again, Layla?
Zariel?
Why?
Because we fucked her up.
Because they fucked her up. Obviously.
I mean, I heard the stories of many a times.
Bye, Blackjack.
I mean, how many times can one person tell the same story in one night?
52 apparently.
As long as you're looking after yourself, that's all that matters, I guess. But don't lose your head over a silly crush.
How's Kravala feeling, by the way?
How's what?
How's Kravala feeling?
I would say that she, because they purposely stayed at the back, I would say that she's not heard that being spoke.
No, I would have made the point of shouting. Like,
Yeah,
I want to embarrass Layla.
Yeah, Blackjack wasn't subtle. Blackjack doing full total.
Okay, but would you have name dropped Kravala though?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I would have been embarrassing as possible.
Yeah,
Kravala would have heard it. Would have had a smirk to her face and not said anything. If Varg wants to incite the smirk.
No, just
okay.
Just being a dad.
Okay. No, I mean a Varg inciting it, not.
No, I know.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just being a dad, so it's fine.
It's fine.
Dad for sale.
Spares or repairs.
We'd make more off Layla. Come on.
To be honest, it's a bit, a bit past its sell by. May just want to
Older model, want to upgrade.
Wow.
Coughs in power
Wow.
word kill.
I absolutely would not upgrade my dad in the game, in real life.
But conversation takes place. Do you want to carry on, or shall I get us to the mine?
I believe we were on this was at the mine.
Yeah, no, I know, but so
This is Morgan basically saying, don't be stupid, don't lose your head over a silly crush, and take it from someone who knows, just wait a little while. Okay?
Wait a little while to
see if that person's actually the person you want to be with.
Ah, okay.
Gain some clarity.
Don't make the mistakes your mother made, basically.
Hey, she didn't make. She made some really good things. She didn't make all mistakes. Thank you very much.
Oh no, I know. But that's the general gist that you're getting at without saying it. Is don't make my mistakes.
Yeah, stay off the beer.
But
stay off the cock.
You've. I think at this point she's more of a taco.
She loves a good roast beef sandwich.
But either way, you travel into the mines, and this isn't the entrance where you are. This is like a lot further in. I just didn't want to do all of the mine for this one little piece. You are at the last section where, at the fork with the stalagmite, go right. follow the stalagmite path. I've put Morgan and Blackjack there. I will just move them along, following at the back. I think you two can actually control them.
Gosh.
But
I'd
this is
really
the
rather
way.
not.
But yeah, you see the large, dark, dreary cavern. It's pitch black. Persephone can see, and I think that. Oh, I think that's it. I think Deer may be able to.
Deer can.
Deer
Deer
can.
can. Cat can't, but Tabaxis can.
Yeah, but everyone else can't because you're all humans.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I suppose,
What, in the
do we
mine?
want to put a light?
I can see.
Did Morgan say this or Cass?
Cass.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Cool. And she's gonna put her hand on her shield, and you watch as like this kind of filigree starts to light up into as she casts light. Show this kind of like tree against a moon, and all. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Deal. As she kind of stands there. That's her second holy symbol. And it kind of lights up the area enough anyway, so everyone can see. I'll pop it in the.
So, Varg and Evan up front then.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll do it again, and I'll do it on. Varg, do you have a shield?
No,
Can
You can
I
do it on his
do
chest
it
plate if you
great
want.
axe
if you
on your
like.
chest? It's up to you. Where do you want it?
Oh, well.
Well,
Just put it on my chest plate, I guess.
So yeah, she'll just put her hand on his chest.
Yeah, and your entire chest plate
Make it black.
comes with 30-foot bright and a further 30-foot dim, I believe it is.
You lit up like
as well then.
And Layla, is Layla coming up front?
Yeah, her parents are here. She has to look cool.
Oh yeah, Morgan is hanging right at the back. She doesn't want to be involved in it. She's letting her daughter.
Blackjack is furiously playing Ride of the Valkyries.
Stealth.
Oh my God,
going
we have-
right out the window.
Taking the piss, relax.
Well, considering
Oh, you really?
considering
Contract
Varg's bright as fuck, stealth doesn't matter at this point anyway.
Oh, good, because I'm wearing heavy armor, so I have disadvantage.
Same.
So, feel free to. Do you want me to just move your characters up
Yeah,
Yes, please.
sweeping it.
as a group?
Keeping an eye out, just in case. The usual bollocks.
Okay. Thanks, Carl. You fucked it. Just move it. Everyone as a group. I had him selected, and then when it moved, it only selected one person.
For fuck's sakes.
Right. Just let me reveal area.
Sorry.
So yeah, you can see that further ahead it comes to an opening. There are some debris and rocks that have been piled up. There is a passageway going left. There is a passageway going right. In the centre of the right path there is a large stalagmite that's sticking out of the floor going up to the ceiling.
Well, we're just following the path, so wherever the path tells us to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, which, as I said, it was telling you to go to the right. And...
that's straight on.
no, right at the fork.
There's no foot, that's straight on. Left or
It's a
No,
fork!
no,
It's left or right,
it's a
you
fork, the
dipshit.
left and the right on the top. Left and right as if you were facing, not as if you're going straight.
You see light emanating and shadows flickering of a large orb-like creature, and you can hear it muttering to itself in a language I don't believe any of you can understand. As it's
What language is it?
deep speech.
Oh, that's one that you wouldn't let me have. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
deep speech, yeah.
As it's starting to just mutter incoherently like "Dies was no smasnasto." This was no man. And then as it sees the light, you can see that light's behind it and it's projecting its shadow onto the wall. And you kind of hear it as it kind of sees the light coming round.
Bibbledy bobbledy.
And as
Time to hide a body.
as you start progressing further, you see it watching intently as the group starts to come into overview and goes, "Stop right here! No further! You stay back. This is my space. This is mine.
Can't see it, but I, as Michael, am screaming like.
You see this 3-foot-ish wide creature with a long pink tongue, blue scales, and 4 eye stalks, and a large central eye and jagged teeth. You
Do we
stay
speak to
right-
it?
It's speaking in your head, and you can reply
Yeah, no, but
in turn.
I'm more addressing like the group. Like, we talk to him. Like,
Yeah, that's it. Stay right here. Don't move. No.
I mean, I'll just say we're not moving.
Good. Because this is mine. This is not yours. It's mine. You don't come
Okay.
past. Stay over there. No.
We're not going to take it.
No.
We aren't coming
Like,
to your
anybody who
space.
does move, I'm guessing he's just going to shoot you with an eye beam. So
As Layla slowly approaches, he goes, You see that rock? And he uses one of the eye stalks and points at the rock here. You see that rock? That's a special rock. You know why? Because that rock signifies where you can't go, but I can. That's my rock. That's the entrance rock. That rock says you can't go past. No, you stay. Stay over
Fog's
there.
gonna. Layla!
It's gonna point one of the eyes at you, and it comes with a purple hue. You stay there, or else. You hear me? That's the special rock. You can't go past the special rock, because that's my rock. That rock tells me you can't go past, but I can.
I'll have my bow.
I'm not
Or
going
an
past the
arrow.
special rock.
No, you stay there. You stay back. You
Layla,
don't go.
stop! What are you doing?
I just wanted
Seriously.
to see it.
No,
Come
no,
back here
no.
now.
yeah, you're,
Layla.
It's
Make-
so cool.
Make a wisdom saving throw
are not-
as it emanates a purple pulse towards you.
do you want to
Oh.
die in front of your parents, right?
My parents are here. I've got to be
You're going
Layla,
to die in
here,
front of us. You don't
now.
be stupid.
No, Layla.
Oh
Okay, you feel this wave of energy wash over you, and you know, as you were looking more upon this creature, you then suddenly feel terror. You are feared
Oh.
for a minute. You can't willingly go
Really?
closer, and
I don't
attack-
have to move away though, do I?
No, but you can't go any closer. You stay there. You hear me, and the rest of you. No further. This is mine.
I don't want it. I was just looking at your wonderful treasure, rock treasures.
No, this is my rock, not your rock. This is my
I don't
rock.
want it. Tell me about it.
No.
Layla, come
no,
the fuck back here now.
That's what they all say. They all say they want to hear about the special rock, and then they all try and take it. Because Bug doesn't like having special rocks, and Master won't let him keep it otherwise. So you must stay away, do you hear me? All of you
Well,
must
that's
stay
a
away.
horrible master.
No.
Why wouldn't he let you have a special rock?
Because I
Can me and Evan, like, firemen carry her out? Just drag her back.
Layla lies down on the floor.
We will drag you.
Drag you kicking and screaming if needs be.
You stay away from my special rock. It's
We're
my
getting her
special
away.
rock.
We're getting her away from it.
Yeah, I'm pulling her away. Like, me and Evan are
Yeah.
gonna grab her by
Good,
the
good.
arms and pull her the fuck back.
I will say
I'm not-
between the
I'm
two of
just
them,
talking
you've got to
to-
remember you are terrified of this thing as well.
There is a time and a place, Layla, and now is not. And the entire time I'll be looking at my blackjack like, is this okay? Like,
A minute goes by and you feel the magical influence dissipate as it is intently looking at all of you, just like it's
He loves rocks.
wild-eyed and like eyes are darting between all of you. The 5 eyes it has. This is-
Can I get him a rock from this pile?
no,
Please?
Where?
stay there.
Take this seriously.
I am.
You are
No, you're not. We're
You very
lucky
nearly could have
he's
just
being
died then.
nice.
What can you do here?
So,
Stay away from
try
my
this
special
again.
rock. You hear me? No, come past. That rock signifies where you
So-
can't go.
you scared away the miners because they were trying to take away your rocks.
They tried to come in where they shouldn't be. See,
Right.
I saw this. I told them. I placed special rock and told them no come past. And they ran.
Is that the only reason you shouted at them was because they tried to come past?
They tried to come where they shouldn't be. Master told me to keep them away. And Master,
So what
I
you're
did
telling
what
us
Master
is-
asked.
As long as nobody goes past those rocks, you're okay.
You must leave. You must stay away. Don't come near special rock. Don't come near entrance. Don't come where Master says not to go.
Who's your master?
I mean, I'd turn around to everybody and say, well, this is a pretty easy job. We just need to make sure they don't go through that mineshaft again.
care like you're going to be able to stop miners from going through the place.
Maybe, but if they don't, they will get killed. It's safe for them to carry on mining here as long as they're not there.
Yeah,
Why don't we just kill this thing?
This is not going to end well.
No.
What are you saying, eh? Are you talking about Bug?
We're trying to. Well,
Are you talking about taking Bug's special rock?
No, we're not talking about taking the special
Are you talking about doing what Master said not to do?
What did Master
No.
specifically say not to do so we can make sure we don't do it?
No one comes in or out of this room except Master. Master's allowed to
No,
come in this
we're
room.
not going to do that.
Good. Stay over there.
See.
Don't come near.
When did you last see Master? As far as I know, this place was sealed, was it not? No one could come in until they blasted through.
Well, you see, like, the light you can see emanating from the torches that's still lit. There is no windows, there are no doors that you can see, and you can see, like, various detailing on the floor. Master's been gone for a while. He'll be back
What's
soon.
your master's name?
Thallus. Master Thallus. He brought me here. He told me to do a special job for him and special guard this room, and I did. I did so very well. Have done very well. Will keep doing very well. Miners, stay away. You stay away. Do you understand me? Good. As it slowly comes over, like, you don't come past. You don't come near. You stay away. Don't come near room. This is my room. This is Master's room. And this is Master's work, and I'm doing Master's work for him. Stay away.
What was your name again?
Bug. My name's Bug.
Bug? Oh. So how did this person become your master?
He brought me here. He summoned me. He made me. He told me to do a special job, and I did.
That's not how the orders are made, FYI, out of character.
Oh, hold on. Can I ask him a question?
Oh yes, it fucking is.
Alright, hold on.
I want to ask him a question.
Yes.
Yeah, go. Go.
Okay. Are you made a voice?
Two of the eyes like invert and look at him with the big central line. Two of the eyes looks to look at you and goes, don't think so. The tongue comes out and licks like all around it. No eyes. Just me. Just Bug.
Okay.
I am Bug. You stay away. Remember, don't come near.
Okay, I will.
Good.
I'm.
Because I take special rock, and you see the rock drag, and it drags further forward. You see, I move the special rock. You can't move the special rock. Only I can move the special rock.
That is very impressive.
So.
And this means you
that's what he
now
thinks.
you now can't come past this part. This part mine. No past special rock. My
Varg's
job,
gonna
protect.
turn to everybody and, like, he's not happy at all and says, I need to remove this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It needs
Can I
to die.
just do something quickly?
I like that. I like Bug.
No.
Can I use
No, like Bug.
Can you use
You
Mulder
lie.
to put the
You
word
want special rock, don't you?
on the rock?
What was that?
He wants to
At
write the
least
word
Mulder.
special rock.
Yeah.
On the rock. That's nice a little bit.
See, it's even called special rock.
There we go.
And you can't come past special rock because that's the point where I can go, but you can't.
But you can
Can I
move the
have
rock, right?
I can move the rock. I do as Master says, and the Master says no one go in that room over there. So I protect room from Master.
Or
Can we detect what type of magic there is?
really far.
What, that he is?
Yeah.
How are you doing it?
Not sure.
If you've got like a detect magic spell or something.
No. I haven't.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
What are you doing? Are you stealing things? What is that? Hey? What are you doing? You coming to do things you shouldn't.
Probably not.
Master
but
Thallus
I
would
don't-
not be happy if he come back and saw that you people were here.
Yeah, he wouldn't be happy at
So
all.
you need to leave. You notice.
that is-
See?
that's-
You smart. Unlike the rest of them. They come here for special rock. They come here for special room. Leave.
Of
now.
course, yes. Yeah, so what? Do you know what Master does in special room, or do you not go in? Because it's his Master's
Oh
special
no, I stay in special room. That's all I
Oh,
need.
you-
Yes, I guard room. I don't go anywhere else. I
Is
stay
there
here.
anywhere? Is there anywhere in the room, especially that Master does not want even you to go to? He wants you to guard and never go to.
Special drawing on floor.
Special drawing on 4. Don't go near that.
No.
Absolutely
No, that's
don't.
really bad. He practices things sometimes, but tells me not to go near. Tells me to make sure no one else goes near. Like you. You don't go near.
Oh, no.
That's why Special Rock's there. Special Rock
Why
says
you-
no.
And that's
See
why
that?
we're over here.
And he looks at the rock for a second with one of the eye stalks. See, even the rock said no. Rock speaks like Dallas. Dallas says no. You don't go. No.
Yes. But, yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna, yeah, what did you cast? Did you say something?
Shield of Faith on myself.
Shield of Faith, yeah.
But
Anybody else?
What?
your master said to protect the special rock, right? Or is it just that he gave you the
Oh no,
rock?
Special Rock told me to help protect the room. Master didn't give me Special. I found Special Rock after Big Boom in Wall. That's when the miners came. They tried to investigate Special Room, but Master told me
I
to
mean,
not let
I
them in. So Special Rock helps me. See? Special
I
Rock's
won't
so good.
take rock.
No, you won't.
Find out what special
No,
rock is.
you won't. No.
I just wonder how
No,
to alert
touch
people.
Special Rock. Special Rock, mine. It like
But
bug,
that's not-
bug like
Don't.
it.
How is this any more serious than what I was supposed to do?
This is I'm sorry, but that's a level
Because,
of
yeah, it's one of those things of, we're trying to just settle certain things, you know, it's just everybody just needs to be ready to go at a moment's notice. Right, Varg? I mean, everybody just
I'm
needs to be
going
ready to...
hold bless, and then as soon as literally I see Barg like about to do something or Evan about to do something, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
So I'm
Hold
prepared
on a
to-
second. So, this. Yeah, okay, so. Varg's gonna kind of. Varg's gonna take a step towards it and say.
No,
"Bug,
no, you stay back. You stay right.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. How
No,
many
it's
of
not
those
fine.
rocks do you have over there? I can't see.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to know. Special Rock is Special Rock.
Yeah, we should make sure like Varg, I would say we need to make sure that
And what he
everyone
does, you
respects-
notice that the rock lifts, goes backwards slightly and directly behind him as if he's tucking it away. Like, no, don't touch it.
Is he looking to do that, or is he just doing it with his brain?
One of the eye stalks. 4 eyes, the big eye, and 3 of the small ones looking at you, and 1 eye's doing it. It has 5 eyes in total, 4 little, 1 central.
As soon as you give the word, I'll cast it.
Guess what? What are you doing?
No,
None of your
I would-
business.
I would definitely no, Cass. Whatever happens, we just need to be careful.
Agreed.
No, I'm about to say, and then I kind of just look behind. I'm kind of look behind Bugs. Like, see, we need to. No, he said, don't touch that. Literally say that and point straight behind him.
Make
Like,
a
no,
deception
don't-
check. As you're making it as if someone stuck behind it and he's grabbing it.
Yeah, like.
Mhm.
Oh, look, deception's something I'm not proficient in. Then again, he is insane, so.
Oh my.
Special Rock! As all of his entire body pivots almost instantly to turn around. Where? Special.
Swing!
Yep, I step forward and take an attack at
I
it.
will give you a surprise
That's
round,
goes on.
given the creativeness of it. As everyone's just giggling at the insanity.
How did that do?
Oh yeah, that
It's
fucking
advantage-
hits.
Advantage on the attack, right?
He got it, yeah. Well, it's a surprise round.
Danny,
Yeah?
would you allow for my bless have gone off? Because I did say as soon as they go to swing, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bless went off. Who are you blessing?
I'm blessing Barg, Evan, and Layla.
I'm gonna pump a smite into that as well.
Okay.
So how much was smite again? 'Cause I always forget.
2d8s, I think? Let me double check.
Yeah, 2d8.
There we go.
At this level, yeah.
So yeah, do you want to move your characters in where you... Because I'm assuming you're going to move up to attack.
Did somebody move me one closer, because my iPad's been really fucky. Like,
There you go.
wow.
So yeah, you got an extra 9 on top of the 15.
And
So that's 24.
And then I do the same.
Oh, 20.
And yeah, a smite goes in it as well.
Oh.
Feel the burn, baby.
When the dice rolls.
To the blast his mother.
He is shaped a little bit like a disco ball, though. You know, like burn, baby, burn.
Ooh, an extra 12. Okay, I believe that
Okay,
is
can I-
initiative, unless... Go on.
Oh, hold on. So this is basically we can move and do an action, can't we?
Yeah, it's a surprise round, so you get one free...
Yeah, everybody
thing.
can do something. That's a good point. Everybody get involved. Come on,
Yeah.
pussies.
But I don't get movement, do I? It's only the action.
You know, technically we get a full turn.
Yeah. It's
Or
not
is it just
like,
surprise
you
for
get
us
an-
three since we were the ones?
No, for everyone.
Surprise is just.
It turned around and you've all lunged at it. It wasn't expecting it. It's insane. It really isn't that incisive. So
Why are we rolling
11
with advantage?
because
Because
surprise.
it's not expecting the attack.
Yeah.
It's surprised.
So yeah, it's so
I'm going
fucking
to,
hurt right now as Layla just Layla levies the heavy crossbow and sends a shot in after Persephone. Oh, it's so
Okay, so
fucking
I'm going
close.
to,
Ravala.
A blast.
This turn, I'm going to use my feline agility,
Okay.
double my movement. Actually, no, I don't think it's
Run
gonna work.
away.
No, I was going to try to run past it towards waiting for it to go. But that wouldn't be a good idea, I don't think.
Why wouldn't it be a good idea? To blame
We
your
don't know what's around the
thoughts.
corner at all.
That's entirely true.
So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Ignore my agilityness.
Okay.
So,
Please.
what are you casting something else or?
I'm going to use this opportunity to do my spore thing.
Let him just
shoot
attack
it.
it.
It's really
Okay.
hurt. Single digits hurt.
Your spore thing's good for AoE, not for single
Let's
target.
see. Okay. I've really got to
So-
know how much did we. 4, 10, 15.
I'm
It's got more than the book, Michael.
Oh no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to see how much
moving
we've
here.
done.
It's took 71.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
Just remember, this thing hasn't done anything against us at all, or any person.
I know.
I am going to attempt to cast Thunderwave.
Wait, but
Actually,
Liam.
Yep.
it's not. It's an innocent. It's not actually hurt anybody, and we're.
Oh no, that
hurting
it's
it.
too late for that. But I will point out, Thunderwave is very loud, and you're in a cave, sending shockwaves in a cave,
Mm.
in an enclosed environment.
You know that
You're
If your
thinking
plan
ahead.
is to kill us all, go
Not a
ahead.
bad idea.
Yeah, that thinking ahead thing, Liam.
Here.
Think what would
Fiona,
happen
you're not going to Eldritch Blast?
if a sonic boom
He has
happened
said
in a
he was going
cave
to.
system. What do you reckon would happen, Liam?
It for the
Mm. Do you want to retake that and do another one, or do you want to go ahead?
I mean, in terms of damage, that's all I can.
Don't you have your
Realistically.
claws?
Yeah, I could do tilt touch actually.
There you go.
Do tilt
So,
touch.
I'm just gonna stop next to her. And
Okay, so you're
Do
just
I?
going to move up and not do anything.
I'm gonna do my tilt touch. It's gonna
Okay.
stay by him though.
That's
So,
a con save, I believe.
No, it's just an attack roll.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, shite. Yeah, you just reach out and grab one of the ice stalks, and just some of the cold necrotic energy just burns in. It's so close. Theon, I heard you Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
And I will say Kravala will attack as well, but unless he misses it, I'm not going to need to roll it.
Not disadvantage.
Oh,
So you-
no, you get
no.
advantage because it's surprised.
No.
Well, considering it had 2 HP left, it's obliterated.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, so that is.
As it starts to-
19
one of its final words is Mazda, as it literally just falls and headbutts Special Rock and just dies. The eye
want
stalks go
to-
limp.
Take
Wow.
one of its eyes, and then all things.
Easy
considered,
enough. You just
I wanna
cut
bury
off
it.
one of the eye stalks, and it's like a really rubbery, leathery type skin with a large, round, bulbous eyeball at the end.
Mm.
I
Well, we're
imagine my
done.
parents are very disappointed with me.
Don't know.
Max is more disappointed with everybody than Morgan is at this point.
Are we looking in the room or are we leaving?
we might as well find out. But can anybody see if there's any underlying traps other than this?
I'll take a look if you want.
Persephone, maybe?
As well. You two work together.
So roll with advantage, Carl, because
Leon,
I'd rather save rolling.
Perception.
Yeah. Leon, did you have some kind of detect magic or anything?
Okay. The room doesn't look trapped in any way. There are no issues. It seems the only major defense was the creature. That seemed to have essentially been the guard dog of the room, and what you can see inside is 2 torches that are lit, a large runic circle on the floor with many fine engravements that look in... Persephone would recognise them as an elvish language, and there's also a journal that's been left carefully shut and placed to the side. This room, the runic circle, and there's a spell book that's shut. You can also see that the room is made of slate and looks to have essentially just... It's like as if you took a fine room from a wizard's tower and placed it in the middle of the earth.
Sorry, 1 second. Hannah, have you created that?
Yeah.
In general, it's brilliant.
Now she's gonna do... She's got to do a special rock now.
I kind of put my hand across the door opening to stop everybody as I'm looking at the runic circle, trying to decipher what it says.
Yeah, literally, what it is, it's just the wall that's been blown with dynamite, and that's how they've broken in. This room itself had no doors, no walls, no windows, no nothing. It was an enclosed capsule of a very finely decorated room, just placed in the middle of the earth.
Hannah, that's really good. What the fuck?
I know, like, that's legit amazing, a drawing.
Pretty much, I'm guessing you pretty much did that, started doing that the second you stopped laughing.
Basically.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I've literally got
It's going on a t-shirt and I'm getting it printed, to let you know.
Yeah, just send me the link, like, I want it. It's my new favourite thing.
We all need to get one, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, I've literally put my arm across the entrance to it, and I'm kind of almost as if to stop everybody else from entering.
Well, yeah, this is Kravala and Persephone, like, right up the front, and you see some of the stuff and kind of get between them quickly and put your arms there, like, hang on.
Mm-hmm. More like, just wait a second, and I'm going to have a look at the writing on the floor, and I just want to see what it could be. Like, is it a summoning circle? Is it a teleportation circle? What is going on here?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Right, so...
It seems to be an experimentation circle that breathes conjuration magic. It's a runic circle that... It's not a particular summoning, it's not spells. It looks to be... It's sort of loosely following guidelines of certain spells, but it's an experimentation. As to what the goal is, you don't know, but it's conjuration, whatever it is. You can tell that by some of the giveaways and certain ways things have been written and symbols used. I know the circle I put on the map looks nothing... It looks very ominous, but that was just all I had.
No, it's fine. I just mean, does it look ominous, or does it look like protection?
It's conjuration.
You say conjuration, but conjuration is literally bringing things into this world.
Yeah.
It could be elements, it could be...
That's the school it is. It's conjuration.
I'm going to kind of edge around the room and go to the book.
Okay.
But almost like look at Cass and Evan as if to follow.
Yeah. The book is a brown leather-bound book. It's currently closed and placed to the side. And you pick it up and open it.
Yeah.
It seems to be a ledger, like detailing experiments and successes, breakthroughs and fails. This mage Thalos seemed to be trying and not having a full success, but getting there, with the attempt of actually summoning and pulling forth magic from the weave itself to increase the capabilities of one's spellcasting to further the amount they could use in a day. Breaking the very rules made by Mystra herself.
Looking at this, kind of looking up, trying to almost like my back to Morgan, I guess, at this point. Don't you know what she's...
Well, I'd
Cass is
imagine
gonna-
Morgan and Blackjack are purposely not getting involved in, like, let's see how Layla does.
I'm going to look at the others and I'm going to say, I'm going to burn this book. It's wrong.
Well,
Are you
it's
okay?
I think it's entirely needed that we need to get rid of it, but any information we can glean from it first may be important. Anything we can get about this guy's motives or plans. Is it just a spell book, or is it a bit of a journal and experimentation log as well?
Can I just flick through the pages quickly and
It's
see
a-
is it
it's
journal
a-
or spell book?
It's a log of progression through the experimentation done in this room. It's not a spell book.
This is the kind of thing that when people start investigating into it, it piques interest and they don't stop. I believe if this was in the wrong hands, even our own, could be potentially very dangerous.
Yes.
It should
I'd say-
be destroyed.
Yes, I say we find out all we can about this Thalos first. From it.
Why?
and
We
then-
can research. This book doesn't give us anything more than he's
His
trying
thought.
to pull the energy of the universe to make himself more powerful.
The
It's not-
second Varg hears that, he's gonna walk over and say, "Can I have this, please?"
Yep. I figured you would.
Cass kind of hands over a little bit like, are you going to destroy it?
The second you give it to me, I'm lighting it on fire. I'm holding it until it's like burning my fucking hand. This thing is going.
How are you lighting it?
Match.
Doesn't take effect. Doesn't burn.
Shit.
Seems
Alright,
the
go in my
book
bag.
has some form of protection against certain ways of destruction to preserve it.
I'm
'Cause
gonna try and convene with the old
can't-
doggo on this one.
Because I will say, you can't tell how long this book has been here. And it kind of has a self-restoration effect to it, where it protects itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the doggo on this one.
Oh, the dog. The second you have it, the dog is at your feet, and as if it's playing, like, you know when you've got a toy and it's begging for the toy? It's begging for the book.
I'll take a knee and give it the book.
It bites the book, and, like, you know how a dog, when they've got, like, a bone and they start dragging it in their mouth, and you can see it takes time, but eventually he's biting pieces off and breaking this book apart. It's got the ability to break through whatever enchantment was protecting it, and is slowly consuming it. It is eating the
Honey?
book. Yeah.
Based on my conversations with Varg, how does he look like? Does he look alright, or does he look
How do you look, Varg?
or?
Not great.
He's happy of what he's doing, but you can ultimately see a bit of grim.
Yeah, I want Varg.
Oh no, he's not even happy in any sense. He's literally just doing this and trying to get through this. Let's just go, do it, get it done, go.
It
back
takes
to the
about
town.
5 minutes, but in front of the dead creature, it will eventually consume the entire book until it's gone.
While it's doing that, I'm gonna go into the room and destroy the circle as well.
Okay.
Just kick dirt on it, whatever.
Yeah, you're able to break the slate in which the circle sits upon, and you know breaking it in any way will disrupt it and damage it. I'd imagine, will go much further than that and pretty much eradicate it as best as you can. The 2 torches still stay lit.
There are any fucking torches.
Yeah, the 2 torches.
That never go out and always stay lit.
Ugh. I'll give those to the dog as well, I suppose. That
No,
won't hurt him. He's a
no,
fucking spirit
I'm
dog.
pointing out they're magic items. They're Everlight torches.
But are they like the kind of thing I'm upset with, or like?
No, they are just normal magic items. I'm pointing them out if you want to
then
take
keep
them.
I guess.
That's what I was getting to. You can see that there's a small runic sigil on them that if you wipe your finger across, the torches go out. They are 4 foot long, like tiki torch type shape, with a bulb at the end, that then where the flame sits. And essentially, it's a bonus. I'm going to say it's a bonus action to activate, but you have 2 4 foot long torches. That bonus action to activate works like a torch, but they don't get affected by rain, wind, things like that, and they'll never go out.
I think those would be best going to somebody like Cravala and Persephone.
Say we needed. Well, okay. As a thing, say we needed to go underwater for any reason.
They would work.
Really?
It's not a normal flame; it's magical, and the flame itself would distort and be wibbly wobbly, but the flame would stay lit and it would still produce the light needed. The only way the torch will go out or light is by rubbing the thumb across the sigil that is just under the bit that the flame sits in itself. Otherwise, it'll stay lit or it'll stay off.
Rub this shit and go then.
The room is barren. Apart from that, the slate walls are finely carved and intricate, but that's the wall and roof and floor. There is no furniture, there are no decor. It was just this.
We're leaving. But, I mean, before we do, what we're going to do with Bug?
I kind of settle down onto my knees and begin giving a last rite to Bug.
To who?
To
Bug.
Oh, to Bug.
Yeah, I can't do funeral because I don't have it prepared and I don't have enough money to do it.
It's fine.
I like.
Oh yeah, you can see on the large eye there's like tears streaming down its face where it had died crying.
Don't. I'm not okay with this. Okay.
It was just a simple Bug, doing his job dutifully, and now he's dead. With an ice storm.
Were the special stones even special, by the way, or is it
no,
just rock?
they were just chunks of rock blown off the wall.
Yeah.
He was the one that made these rocks special.
Like he made them special, he declared them special, and
exactly.
That was
What's that special rock on it? No.
Bonkers.
I give last rites of, by Colon's grace, may Bug find his way into the afterlife, blah 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 blah, kind of that kind of.
Yeah.
Last rites.
You all stand around as.
And then sacred flame to destroy. I know it's a bit, but it's like.
It'll take a while, but it will do. It will work. As a small fire erupts and the body starts to become less and less recognisable, and eventually will dissipate. The only exception is the eye stalk Varg took as proof of kill.
Back to town then.
Are we stopping the session there, Danny? Only half us?
I believe I am.
Okie.
I will point out, I didn't declare it on purpose because I didn't want to disrupt the flow, but after your guys' discussion in the tavern, I thought that fit enough to be getting ready for level 3, and this encounter has halved the time required to level up.
So
3 days, that's it.
3 days to level up to level 3.
Given the researching, the information gathering, the combat itself, the deduction and reasoning, the murder, all counted as part of it for each person individually to different levels.
Don't forget the writing in rock.
And writing special rock.
Thank you.
And the almost collapsing a cave on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't know.
you only didn't because I said, did you realise what you're doing?
We all said no, Liam.
Did you?
But
Like, everybody's reaction.
episode 4 comes to an end in half a mile down in a cave out of Fjeidalmore. And for those watching, thank you. Hope everyone enjoyed it who played. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Bye.